Sorry for the technical difficulties. I didn't know I was live for a second. Hold on a second. Let me pause this. So tonight's game against Philadelphia, I know some people are going to be a little bit upset tonight. We lost Philadelphia at home, 100 to 101. Julius led the way with 24, 7 rebounds. RJ had 19, and Burks had 20. Um, of course, the controversial play comes in. This is all, mind you, in overtime also. Um, but the controversial, I guess, call was salute to Jerry Kane Jerry. Um, I guess the referees at the end not allowing the challenge call from Thibodeau on the foul call of Tobias Harris. Um, I don't know what they haven't come out with like an official statement of what actually happened or why they didn't. I'm not 100% certain. Um, but I'm pretty sure they will. They'll come out with some kind of announcement. There was only 2 refs tonight, also, which I thought was a little bit strange. You don't really see that happening that often, with only being 2 refs. Um, that could have probably played a little bit of a factor in it as well. City, what's going on? Um, I don't know if I can put the link in. I probably could if you wanted to hop in. Give me one second. Okay. So with that being said, I'm not 100% certain what it is. I know Tibbs was pretty heated towards the end. The rest of the box score for Philadelphia, they were led by Shake Milton, of all people, led them with 21. Tobias Harris had 20. Simmons 16. Danny Green, who 8 of his 11 points came, I think, in overtime. Uh, and that was one of the weird things. Danny Green killing us. Very clutch shot uh, by Julius to send us to overtime. Of course, he couldn't hit the game-winning shot in overtime. Um, Looked like a pretty good shot. Looked like it was pretty good defense. So probably a 50-50 either way. Uh, Big task. I don't know if Alec Burks knows how to pass. I told you, I've said this time and time again. When Alec Burks is on the court, he has a Kobe Bryant mentality. He feels like he's Kobe Bryant reincarnated. If Kobe Bryant was like not as athletic and smart and skilled, then he would be Alec Burks. There was a funny play. I was thinking to myself, I saw they had a shot of Danny Green talking to Alec Burks, right? And I was like, man, I bet Danny Green saying, man, you're not even as good as me, and I'm a bum. Talking to Alec Burks. So yes, as Chuck B has said that on numerous occasions that Quickly is not a point guard. Quickly tonight, let's see, Quickly tonight. It wasn't pretty. 4 of 12, 2 of 6 on 3, 0 of 2 from the free throw. So it's like, you're not making free throws. What are you doing? 10 points, 0 assists. I'll repeat that again. The starting point guard had 0 assists. 3 rebounds, 1 turnover. 26 minutes to play. I don't know. Um, Mm. But you have your people who will swear up and down that Quickly is the best point guard we've had since Walt Frazier, and I don't want to ruffle their feathers. I don't want to ruffle their feathers. So Quickly had a bad game. The newfound savior, some of your favorite players, Reggie Bullock, 6 points, 6 points, 2 for 5 from the field, 2 for 3 from three, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 2 turnovers in 47 minutes. So, wow, Reggie Bullock played 47 minutes and got you 6 points and got killed. He got killed by Danny Green. I'm going to let that sink in for a second. The Knicks' best perimeter defender let Danny Green get off on him. And since there's only 6 people watching, I'm going to make sure that I bring it up later on in the chat. So also, key reminder, tomorrow at 12 noon, Foxy's show goes live on YouTube, Talking Sports with the Fox, from 12 to 3. He's debuting tomorrow, so please, if you're not subscribed, go subscribe and check out Foxy's show, beloved brother of the Blorange family. And if you haven't subscribed, and I'm talking to the 6 people in this, hit the like button. Even though it's funny because we have 9 people watching and 8 likes. Prince. Am I rocking with no, I don't know if you just heard me talk about Reggie Bullock, but Anudi 25, Russell McCall. We need a trade. Well, Russell McCall, what do you suggest? The trade deadline is Thursday. So if you let's look at the assets the Knicks probably would be willing to trade. Maybe Alec Burks, maybe Mitch, Alfred, Austin Rivers, Knox, Noel, Bullock. I don't think Leon Rose is ready to trade Obi yet. I don't think he would. I don't think he'd trade quickly. But it all depends on what you're trying to get. But I know this. We are 0-3 against Philadelphia this season. And I found out something that we are, in our last 15 games, 0-15 against Philadelphia. I didn't even know. 0-15. That means we have not beat Philadelphia in over 3 years. Just want to put that out there. We have not beat the Philadelphia 76ers in 3 years. And this is without them the last 2 games having probably the league MVP in Joel Embiid. And we can't even get over that hump. We went from 20-point loss to like a 3-point loss to a 1-point loss. I guess if you want to take some kind of, as a lot of you Knicks fans want to say, moral victory out of it, we're cutting the losses down. No. I don't believe in moral victories myself. A loss is a loss. I believe it's talking. My motivation. I believe it's talking sports with the Fox. Ohio Hurricane. I say go get Drummond and Buddy Hield. That's going to be a lot to. You're going to need a lot to give up because those they make a combined $52 million. So we have 15 million or 13 million, I think, left. And so you have to make up $39 million. Chef NYK. Well, I don't know if Mitch isn't on. If Vucevic or Miles Turner become available and the Knicks want to engage, Mitchell Robinson is going to be like if they get Vucevic or Turner, Mitchell Robinson will be involved in that. So we do need some more star power. Ohio Hurricane. And Russell McCall. I don't know what's going on with Derrick Rose, but I don't feel like the team feels like they need another point guard right now. I think they're waiting for their point guards to come back. So I don't think their point guard is something that they're going to be out there trying to get. I don't think that's high. Excuse me. I don't think that's high on the totem pole, knowing that you have Derrick Rose and Elfrid Payton out. Chef NYK, that's pretty much the definition of a moral victory. I'm just saying. Um, I knowing Foxy is probably talking with the ing. Prince, knowing Foxy. Knowing Foxy is talking sports. Not motivation. You're probably right. He probably wouldn't make the team better. Yep, I think so, Prince. But like I said, Vucevic or Turner would add a different dimension to this team. Even though Mitch did leave the game after coming up a little bit hobbled, he might have came down wrong. Uh, or something. I'm not 100% certain. But he did hobble off, and Tibbs kind of went to Noel again. Mitch looked like he was fine out there. He had 6 rebounds, 4 points. Picked up 2 fouls though. Um, what kills me is Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin gets no leeway at all. Obi Toppin, in the first half, gave up an offensive rebound to Dwight Howard. You know, one of the game's greatest rebounders historically, who had 13 rebounds tonight, mind you. Dwight Howard had 13 rebounds tonight. Obi Toppin gave up an offensive rebound in the beginning of the second quarter, and Tom Thibodeau just yanked them out the game. Like literally, the next play just yanked them out the game. Gone. And beginning of the fourth quarter, there was I want to say it was a blown defensive assignment, just bad defense, I guess. Again, Tom Thibodeau yanked them out the game. It's like Obi Toppin can do no wrong. No wrong. And this isn't even to say, and this isn't a knock on Obi, right? We all know that he has his limitations. Okay, he has his limitations. But Jesus, you take him up because he gives up an offensive rebound? Come on, Tibbs. Come on, Tibbs. That's Princess. I don't know where everyone is tonight. I mean, everyone's probably out watching other shows. that's probably going on right now. So I don't know. I'm sure the numbers will be up as the night goes on. We're lowly right now, not feeling the love. But hey, to the 20 people that's watching, God bless you. I love you all. Thanks for being uh with the Blorange Tears family. I know you could probably be watching someone else's show. I know Chef said there's 10 streams going on right now. But for the 19 people watching this show, I love you. Like, I love you. Thank you. I mean, it could be one person watching, and I'm still going to be here doing this. So, YouTube watcher, what's going on? Ron shows on. I mean, if that's your cup of tea, then that's your cup of tea. Um, Ron, who I love. Ron is a brother of the show. Oh Lord, what is going on?
Kev, what's good, bro?
I mean, is it Christmas? Because I don't think we got it Easter yet.
I had
No,
to break it out, man. I got to give us some good luck.
So a Giants Christmas hat is going to be good luck.
Yep. Because last time I wore it, we went on a 3-game win streak.
Wow. And okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty then. Well, so what was your take? Because I've been speaking about 17 minutes. What was your take on the game tonight?
I feel like I'll say the first quarter we outdid ourselves. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we played with no energy, bro. Like we had no continuity. We had no flow to the game. You know, basketball is a game of rhythm. We had no rhythm. Like, you know what I mean? So, I mean, at the end of the day, we had plenty of chances to win the game and do the things that we needed to do to win. We just didn't get the W. But those guys were out there having fun. Like, you know what I'm saying? You seen when Julius missed that shot? They were laughing. Like, you know what I'm saying? They were out there having fun. And that's the main thing that we gotta remember is when you're playing, yes, you gotta be out there having fun. Enjoy the game, man. And that's what we did. But am I mad that we lost? Yes. But am I mad at the loss? No. We hung in there. We lost against one of the top teams in the NBA, even without um, one of their best players. You know what I'm saying? So it's all right, man. It's all right. I'm not worried about it.
Hmm. So
Oh, hold on. I gotta close this up. Hold on, my
so
bad. I don't know.
Julius missed it, and not when Julius missed that shot at the end of the game, I thought about you.
Uh,
Really, because I thought to myself, Damian Lillard probably would have hit that shot.
yo, come on, man.
I was like, Damian would have pulled up at half court, drained it. So
True.
I'm just saying, but
Hmm.
I don't wanna open old wounds. I just wanna,
Yo, YouTube watcher, shout out to you. Shout out to my little guys. My little guy. Shout out to him for watching. My little guy, Sai. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to him for watching. But anyways, but yeah, no, come on, bro. I ain't going there with you tonight. I'm feeling good tonight, so I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. And all of the traps that you bait,
me bait.
that's you.
What? I
All
just
of the
make.
traps that you bait, I ain't, I'm good. I'm not. I'm good with it tonight.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just having a conversation with one of my fellow Knicks brethren. I mean, even though he's wearing a Giants hat, I mean that was green and white, that'd be cool.
Yeah, well,
But
I ain't about that. I ain't about that green and white life.
mm,
Yeah.
that's really the life it should be
You want a
about.
better look? You want a better look?
No, I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Want me to send you one just like it?
No, no, no. Let's please, 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 please. Mm. I don't know, Derek. Um, I'm not 100% certain if Foxy canceled his show or not. I got to look it up. I don't think he has, but I don't know. Um, I don't know. That's weird. Um, so what else is going on in the chat? Let's see. Stop video says Jets getting little brother by the Giants and free agent yet again. Are they really? No, I don't think so. YouTube Watcher says, shout out the city, even though he's wearing an awful hat. Awful, but the Jets are just as bad or worse. You know, you had me into the last sentence there. YouTube Watcher.
Yo, Kev, what do you think, man? You think we had some BS calls out there those last couple of minutes?
Uh, I think for the most part they let him play. There were some calls that I'm pretty sure Philadelphia was mad about. There are some calls that we probably were mad about.
We probably should have got, but we didn't.
I mean, I look at it and I say, you don't put yourself in position to where the refs come into play.
Facts.
I'll say that. Stop putting yourself in position to where the refs come into play. If you take care of business earlier, then it won't matter if the refs are blowing calls at the end because you'll already be up.
Mm-hmm.
So you do it to yourselves at the end of the day. And I know that might not be a popular take because we all want to be mad at the refs, but we also had to ask ourselves, why are we in this situation game after game after game?
Yeah, I mean, like, I listen. I don't even want to. I'm not even gonna bank on and call stuff over the last. You know what I'm saying? Like the last couple of minutes because we had plenty of time to put ourselves in position to take over the game or whatever, and we just didn't do it. Like, you know what I mean? So I ain't blaming the refs for anything. I mean, the refs are gonna blow calls and miss calls every game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that happens just because they ain't like, you know what I mean? Like they ain't perfect. But at the end of the day, we had the time and the opportunity to take a step, like, you know what I'm saying, take a step above, and we just missed some shots, man. That's what it boils down to, really.
Oh, you mean your savior at the end, the guy who was playing really good, Reggie Bullock,
But,
who finished the game with 6 points.
okay.
6. And he played the most minutes of everybody. He had 47 minutes tonight and had
So
6
I'll ask you
points.
this: how many points did your boy Kevin Knox have?
I guarantee if Kevin Knox played 47 minutes, I'll guarantee anything. I'll put it on the house if Kevin Knox played 47 minutes, he had more than 6 points. I I don't. I guarantee
I don't
if he
know.
played 47 minutes, he'd have more than 6 points. That is ridiculous. And then
I don't know.
not only that, the Knicks, as I said earlier, the Knicks' best perimeter player got cooked. Not by Ben Simmons, by Danny Green. Let me repeat that again. The Knicks' best perimeter defensive player, by everyone's standards and everyone says, got cooked by Danny Green.
I mean,
Where's the defense to that? Please, someone come to Reggie Bullock's defense.
Danny Green hit some big shots on him. What more
No, no, no,
defense
no,
do
no,
you
no, no,
need?
no, 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 not Danny Green. Danny Green's not supposed to be hitting big shots. Not on our best perimeter defender. No,
Danny Green is not supposed
not
to be making
not
big shots.
not Danny Green.
Danny Green is not supposed to be making big
No,
shots.
no,
Is
he's
he
not.
not known for making big 3-pointers?
Is Danny Green a star? Is Danny
No,
Green a? Is
that's
Danny
not what I
Green?
that's not
A,
what I asked
hold
you.
on. It's a difference if Danny Green is left open and hit a shot. But when Danny Green take the ball, drive to the hole, and do a little step back on you in your face, that's a problem. That is a
Really,
problem. And then,
really,
now I don't think that was Reggie Bullock. I'll give him a pass on this one. He literally all up in RJ face. All up in RJ face. Hitting threes. I'm like, who is this? What's happening?
oh my God. Yeah, you act like Danny Green has never done that before. You act like this is his first rodeo where he's hit big shots. Like, are you serious?
Again, Danny Green hits wide open shots at LeBron James or Kawhi Leonard. Passes out to him. Danny Green don't create his own shot.
Yeah, once in a blue.
Hmm.
Once in a blue, he does.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just being honest, man. I'm just being honest. And again, you act like Danny Green is a guy that never hit big shots before. You know, like you acting like today is the first time that he came out and made some big shots against like good defense. He doesn't always come on. He doesn't always just take open jump shots. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of his shots are contested, and yes, he hits them. That's what he does. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted because of recently he been throwing up bricks or missing. Like, you know what I'm saying? But don't get it twisted.
Wasn't like
Like,
he
you
was
know what I mean?
being
Like
wide
he
open.
is that
Well,
guy.
it was one of them. Over there.
What's going on, G-Money? Yeah, no, I'm
Salute
not.
everybody.
I am
Salute
not
G
about to
Money.
sit here and say that Danny Green takes people off the dribble and hits baskets that way. You're not City. You're not going to do that. That's what you're not going to do.
I mean,
Okay.
Danny Green has hit big shots before, but you rarely see him hit a shot when it comes to a floater. It's rare.
Yes. They say
But
he
to
gets shots when LeBron and Kawhi pass him wide open in the corner. Those are Danny Green big shots.
No, you took see again, you keep talking about wide open shots. I'm trying to tell you he has hit big shots with guys in
no,
his
we
face.
know that. We know that. What we're trying to say is that it's rare to see Danny Green hit a floater as a big shot. That's what we're trying to say.
Right. And like I said, right? It's once in a blue, but yes, he does take it to the hole and hit those shots. It's once in a blue. I'm just saying, like he does do that. It's not like this is the first time that he's did
He
it
did it.
today against us.
Okay, and here's why we also lost the game. We missed 10 free throws. Okay, we
Yeah.
couldn't make free throws to save our life. Quigley missed 2 to start the quarter, which is crazy. Our bench got destroyed, 42-28. Okay, we lost to also Matisse Thybulle. Okay, Matisse Thybulle hit clutch threes in the fourth quarter, and
Hmm.
the problem was Randall was mediocre in my opinion at times. He did hit a crazy three that bounced in and went in, kind of like Allen Houston type shot, a Kawhi type style. But what killed me in this game, if you're Randall, if you're gonna rebound the ball, don't push off Tobias Harris. Rebound naturally because they're gonna call that foul, and also the fact that Harris was probably not gonna grab the rebound. Okay, Noel got the board. If Randall doesn't push off Harris, we're probably going to win this game.
Well,
Mm.
like I said, I'm not. I was a little bit confused about it at first, about what was actually going on. 'Cause I thought it was going
Yeah,
to be a
until they
jump
played the
ball.
replay.
Yeah.
Yeah, into that. Like, I thought it was like they had tied up and it was going to be a jump. When you saw it live, it's like, oh, it was a jump ball. Okay, whatever. But then there was like, no, he pushed off. So I was like, that don't sound good because aren't we already in the penalty?
Yep.
So
But
that
to
was it.
me, turnovers cost us 17 turnovers. And don't forget, Alec Burks, he had a pretty good game and made some big plays, but Alec Burks missed that layup at the end. He should have either did a bounce pad to Julius Randle or dunked the ball at the end. We were down by 1. What do you think?
He definitely should have passed. Um, definitely should have passed that. But that's just Alec Burks being Alec Burks. I mean, I told you, I've said it time and time again. Alec Burks, when he's on the court, thinks he is number 8 Kobe Bryant.
Yep.
And it's like, you are not Kobe Bryant. You are Alec Burks. And you need to stay in your lane, Alec Burks. But no,
Mm-hmm.
no. Because, it's funny. People always about, let's trade Knox and let's trade Frank. No, how about let's trade Alec Burks? Let's get Alec Burks off this
I
team.
mean, to be fair, Burks did redeem himself a little bit in overtime, so I'll give Burks some credit. But you do have a point, man. Sometimes Alec Burks he lacks IQ, and he's kind of a ball hawk sometimes. Okay, but what killed me in this game was also RJ Barrett sitting in the bench way too long in the fourth quarter. Like you notice that the problem I have with Thibs is his rotations. He's a good coach,
Hold on,
right?
y'all. I'll be right back. Go ahead.
Take your time.
Hmm.
The problem I have with Thibs, he's a good coach, but his rotations are terrible. Why is Obi in the game so much? Why? It's like in the fourth quarter for what? Obi is an average player, but he's struggling. RJ Barrett is killing the Sixers with drives, fadeaways. Like, I don't get Thibs, man. And also, why get yourself a technical foul early in the game? You know what I mean? Because we lost by 1. So hypothetically, if you keep your mouth shut and you make better rotations, we're probably going to win the game. What do you think?
No, I would say this, right. Um, Sometimes coaches do that type of thing to try to spark the team. Remember when he did that, we was off, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
We're down by
our
14
our
around that, yeah.
our chemistry was off. We didn't have no fluidity to the game. Like you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like we
Yep.
didn't have no continuity. It
Yep.
wasn't there wasn't anything gelling together, and but at the same time I look at it like this, man. I'm not when it comes to basketball is a game of rhythm, right?
Mhm.
And you in the rhythm or you out the rhythm, like you know what I'm saying. But once you in the
Mhm.
rhythm, then you got to keep it going. Like you got to keep that beat going. It's kind of like a freestyler, like you know what I mean. You don't want to stop, like you know what I'm saying, or whatever,
Mhm.
because then people gonna be waiting, like, yo, what are you doing? But otherwise, what I'm saying, more or less, what I'm saying is that we had plenty of chances to come out and win the game and overtake the game. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like the refs always gonna make questionable
It's
calls.
true.
But at the end of the day, if we would have came out with the right energy from the
Right.
beginning, I wouldn't say the right energy. I would say
But let's say
the right
IQ, right toughness,
the
come out
with
with the sense
continuity.
of
Like, you know what I'm
urgency.
saying? Like the right synergy, right? and built a big lead or something like that, like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we wouldn't have to worry about what we talking about right now, because,
Right.
like, you know what I'm saying? At any given point in time during the game, we could have did that, but
Yeah, man.
obviously we didn't.
What makes this loss so stupid? Philly just came off a back to back. All right, they didn't have Joel Embiid. They didn't have Seth Curry. Oh boy, it's like we lost to this team 15 times in a row now. Think about that. How? It's like the problem. Look, the Knicks play hard every night. We show effort. We play hard, but it's the fundamentals. Okay, we got, like you said, this the right synergy, doing our job. Coming out with the right purpose. To me, we lost the game, in my opinion. You could make a case to start the game, but to me, the free throws cost us the game. How do you miss 10 free throws in 23 tries? How? If we make our free throws, we win this game. We don't even go to overtime. Or if we, make a play here and there, like if Burks just dishes off to Randall, or if RJ's not the bench too long, or if, Danny Green hit clutch shots, and if Thibault, and don't forget that one play we were down by one, Thibault hit a three. I think we gambled on. I think it was Tobias Harris. If we did a better job closing out the 3-point shooters, and also Tobias Harris hit a clutch three. Remember at the right corner we were up by 4. If we close out better in those moments, we would have won the game. That's all I'm saying. But look, the Knicks have overachieved to this point, but this is a bad loss. Because think about this. Miami just lost, okay? They just lost to Indiana. If we would have won this game, we would have tied for the 5th seed, okay? And that one makes this loss so... the Sixers are a good team, don't get me wrong, but what people need to understand is that this team is not better without Embiid. That's what people need to understand. Ben Simmons did not play a great game. Let's be honest, all right? This is not a good loss. I don't care what people say. A back-to-back... No, they didn't have the best player. One of their best shooters is not in the game. We gotta take advantage. I'm sorry. If we just take it,
Well,
if we, yeah.
well, like, so I would say this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I really disagree with, like, people always saying that we overachieved this year, because we are holding that to the standards of what Vegas said. I can
Mm-hmm.
guarantee you. I could guarantee you that team and those guys in that locker room believe they can be where they at right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you got a lot of fans, a lot of people that say, "Oh yeah, we're overachieving." How are we? According to who?
We gotta be honest. Did you have the
According to
Knicks
who?
a
No,
playoff
we
team?
are. Listen, we are being honest right now. According to who? According to Vegas. That's what everybody is basing it on. But I can
I
guarantee you.
mean, you
I
didn't
can
have the Knicks in
guarantee
the
you.
playoffs. Be honest. Be
Listen,
honest, City. You had the Knicks in the
I
playoffs before the year.
I could guarantee you
I
those
did.
guys in that locker room, right,
Mm-hmm.
felt like they would be where they're at right now. I could guarantee you none of those guys would come out and tell you, "Oh yeah, guess what? Yeah, we were gonna be down in the lottery when it comes to half of the season." This is the reason why they playing the way they playing now. Because guess what? They believed in themselves. Believe and you can achieve. Believe and it will happen. Remember what Michael Strahan said, Hoodie Kev?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you probably don't like that. But anyways,
What did
I'm
Ricky?
just saying.
What did Max on his daytime TV show?
No,
Good
you
Morning
know what I'm
America.
talking about. You know
I
what I'm
mean,
talking about. You know
on
what I'm
his
talking about. The first Super Bowl against the Patriots
why
when he
would I
gave his
remember
speech.
something that happened like 13 years ago?
That's all right. You don't have to remember. That's why I'm here to remind you.
I remember what Bart Scott said. Can't
What did
wait.
he say?
Can't wait. That's trademarked. I want to get a straight hand. Got to say.
Oh, YouTube watcher said bring in Kevin Knox. What do you think about that?
I
Kevin
mean,
Knox is not going to solve the problem. Kevin Knox for what? Like, in my opinion, Kevin Knox is kind of underachieved as a player. Like, he's not a good defender. Yeah, he can hit a three, but if his jumper is not falling, what can he do? Like, Kevin Knox for what?
Hey, YouTube watcher, I was in
Can you
the
say
crib
that
last night.
about how many players? Like if Quickly's floater's not falling, what is he doing?
Quickly can hit the three. And Quickly
Can
can
he
get
hit
your
a three?
steals.
Who hit a three
Yes,
at a higher
Quickly should.
percentage?
Quickly, he's a rookie.
And what does that matter? If you
It
make
does matter. He just
it
came
doesn't
back. Like, what do
because
you
I
want us to
just
do? Put
said
him close to 10?
if he's not supposed to, he said he can hit the three. So I said who hit the
Okay,
three
but
at a
here's
higher
Kevin
percentage?
Knox has been
Kevin
in the league for
Knox
3 years
or
now.
huh?
Kevin Knox been in the league for 3 years now. It's not gone better. Be honest.
He's gotten a lot better. Kevin Knox
How?
has had technically Kevin Knox has had a better rookie season than Emmanuel Quickly has. People want to make it seem like Emmanuel Quickly is like God's gift to
We
the
never
Knicks.
said that. Don't put words in my mouth. I never said that.
So
Like,
who had a better rookie season, Kevin Knox or Emmanuel Quickly?
doesn't matter. What's Kevin
Yes,
Knox done?
it
It does not
matters.
matter.
It
What's
matters
Kevin Knox
because
done
you
now?
just said
What does it matter? What's Kevin Knox done now?
It matters. Why? Because you said Emmanuel Quickly is a rookie. So I'm saying, okay, let's take Kevin Knox's rookie season and Emmanuel Quickly's rookie season.
Quickly's rookie
it has to
season
matter.
ain't over. Quickly's rookie season ain't over yet.
Exactly.
You can't even ask that
We don't know
question.
what
Rookie
Quickly do.
season's not
Quickly may
over.
ball out the next few games. Again, Quickly has
His
flaws.
rookie season ain't over yet, so you can't
But
ask that question because
and
who knows where he's
you
going to
make it
be
seem
at the
Kevin
end of
Knox
the
is an
season.
all-star, man. Hoodie Kev, you make it seem Kevin Knox is an all-star. He's an
I think
average.
Kevin Knox can be an all-star.
The way he is now, I don't know. He's an average player. That's what he is. Average player. That's all he is.
How many average players do the Knicks
He's
have?
average.
Everyone on the Knicks team is an average player. Reggie Bullock is an average player. Alec Burks is average. Taj Gibson, Nerlens Noel, they're all average players.
Okay, what I mean is this. There's a reason why Kevin Knox is not playing. There's a reason.
What's that reason?
Because other than shooting a three, okay, what can he do? If his jumper is not falling, he's not a good defender. He cannot put the ball on the floor consistently. He cannot,
What does Reggie Bullock do?
Bullock can defend.
He can defend.
He can defend a little bit. Yeah, he can.
Against Danny Green at the end of the game.
I admit, Danny Green hit some clutch shots, but who you rather have
Can
on
I
Danny
ask you a
Green?
question? What? And people always want to say this. Name a player.
Kev Latrell wants to join.
Well,
Freezy should be right there.
Oh, okay.
I think the link is in the chat somewhere.
I can't believe we're arguing about Kevin Knox. I can't believe it, man. Like, really, like, it's like we're arguing about a guy who barely plays. All I'm saying is this, okay? There's many reasons why we lost this game. Free throws, our bench got destroyed, Thibault hit clutch shots, Danny Green hit big shots, Randall not rebounding the ball at the end, and that slow start, okay? That's why we lost this game. Okay, if we would have fixed some of our issues, we would have won this game. Because now we got to beat Washington twice. There's no way we should lose to the Wizards. Okay, if we lose to the Wizards, we're in trouble. Because I promise you, we're not winning in Milwaukee. I don't care what anyone says. We're not going to win in Milwaukee. Home against Miami, we may win that game. And then we got Minnesota. I think we should win that game. The Knicks have to beat the Wizards twice. That's all I got to say.
They have to beat the Wizards twice. And if they don't beat the Wizards twice?
Then we're in trouble. Washington's 15-26.
Doesn't mean that we should beat them. Our team ain't built like that to automatically think we're going to get you're going to get a win.
All I'm saying is, if we're going to make the playoffs, we got to beat the teams we're supposed to beat. That's all I'm saying.
Because that always
you can't dub Washington as a team that we supposed to beat. Like,
well, you act like the Wizards are a great team. All I'm saying is this. Yes, anything could happen in a given night. I'm not denying that. But if we're trying to make the playoffs here, you still got to come out with the right focus and beat and knock off the teams you're supposed to win. Yes, you're going to have some tough losses. But at the same time, let's not act if the Wizards are a top seed. They're not. All right? Say what you want, but they're 15-26 no matter how much we try to slice things. Okay? There's a reason they lost 6 out of 7 since All-Star break. All I'm saying is if we could come out with the right focus at home, okay, learn from this loss, and understand the playoffs is right there and beat the opponents we are supposed to beat, then we can make it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying we're going to win every game. That's not what I'm saying. But games like this, Orlando, Sacramento, the early Philly game, OKC, if we, God forbid, if we don't make the playoffs, these are the games that will come back to haunt us. That's all I'm saying. I'm one of those guys who thinks you should beat teams you're supposed to beat. That's who I am. Because that is what playoff teams do. You defeat the opponents you're supposed to knock off. So all I'm saying is we should beat the Wizards. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, Yo Elvis Intenza, thank you for the super chat. Yo Elvis Intenza says, we are what our record says we are. Hey, thank you, Yo Elvis, for that. Appreciate you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Spree, what's going on?
Spree, salute.
Gentlemen,
Yep.
I'm so mad. I'm so angry.
Are you mad it took DC 4 years to release a Snyder Cut? Is that what you're mad about?
I'm just angry about this game. Very angry. This won't bother me.
Why is that? Let us know.
The way we started the game, just the whole game was a roller coaster ride that I really didn't want to be on, but I was forced to be on it. And I mean, look, you never want to put the game in the hands of the officials. The one play where Julius got a tech where the guy totally made a dirty play on his knees, I would have been mad too. And I had no issue. I don't think you deserve, in my opinion, there should be a rule where if a guy makes a dirty play like that, you should be allowed to mouth off and not get a technical. Because Julius Randle has way too much to lose in that spot if he gets hurt. He's got a contract. He's got his team. And to me, you look at that play, I don't care if it's the NFL, the NBA, that's a dirty play that can sometimes result in a serious injury. That's, first of all, what really upset me. Second thing that upset me is my whole issue is this. Does Julius Randle deserve blame for not boxing out the dude? Yes.
Harris, yeah.
However, my issue is that whole game, they were completely letting the players play the whole game. It was a physical game. To me, I just think in that spot, you don't call that the way the game is being played. I just don't think it's consistent. And that's been my issue with the officials really throughout the whole season. It just hasn't been consistent. If you're going to call that type of call, I'm cool. If that's what you're going to do, then don't let the players play the whole game. That's all I got to say, because to me, that's not fair, because you're not being consistent. And then also we got posed where they said we didn't challenge it. My issue was, were they going to overturn that? Of course not, Hoodie Kev, because there was contact. I don't think they were overturned. But we couldn't advance the ball. We couldn't advance the ball, and that upset me because we lost our time out there. That's what upset me. And now I got to be on here very upset and depressed because we should be a game over 500.
And we should be tied for fifth because, like I said, Miami lost to Indiana. If we win this game, we would have tied for fifth. Miami has Phoenix coming up. I promise you the Heat are losing to the Suns. So it's like, if we win this game, if we execute.
Hey, hold on for a second. Hey, City, thank you for the super chat, man. So City says, it's okay, Knicks family. We good, but we okay. Don't trip. We will bounce back. Shout out to all watching and everybody in the chat. Let's go Knicks. So shout out to City for that. Thank you, City, for that. Hey, man, so I'm going to just say this one thing, because I heard y'all chopping it up or whatever, and I'm not going to say any of y'all are wrong. I just have a different view, right? So I legit saw the loose ball foul they called on Tobias Harris. For Tobias Harris. That was the most ridiculous thing you ever saw in your life. And then Tobias Harris on Julius Randle's game-winning shot pushes Julius before he gets into his shot motion.
That is true. That should have been a foul.
Hold on. Let me finish.
Sorry, I'm apologizing.
So no, it's all good. So Julius Randle gets bumped before he goes into his shot motion, and they call nothing, right? And then the narrative after the game is, well, we don't want to make an impact on the game in the final moments. Yet, they sent Tobias Harris to the line to shoot free throws, and Julius Randle is fouled, and they call nothing. But we're talking about Kevin Knox and Reggie Bullock. I mean, I cannot believe we're talking about Kevin Knox and Reggie Bullock after we get robbed by the officials again. It's the most egregious thing you ever saw in your life. You know what I'm saying? So there's a Brooklyn
Yeah.
thing at the end of the game. There's a thing at the Sixers at the end of the game, and yet we're talking about Kevin Knox. What
I
planet are
wasn't
we
talking.
on?
No. What I said was, if Reggie Bullock got you more than 6 points in 47 minutes, then maybe the referees wouldn't play a part in the game.
We also missed 10 free throws. We didn't lose the game because of the ref. We also missed 10 free throws. If we make our free throws, we win the game. Simple as
Or
that.
a starter who played more
Let
than
me say,
any other player had 6 points.
I admit Bullock was bad. He was bad today. He was garbage. I know.
so let me say this real quick, man. I just want to throw this in there because Kev is legit talking about Reggie Bullock. It's crazy. But what I will say is this: if this is not a a smoke signals to the front office to do something, then nothing is. The front office see us; they've seen us give away or not give away, but not be able to reel in 4 close games after the All-Star break because we don't have enough manpower. And legit, we are not getting any signals from the front office that we're going to make any type of
And
move to add depth. Knowing that we have guys out,
Right.
and knowing that if we pull out those 4 close games, you have a totally different outlook on the season, right? And so I'm with Spree on this one, man. I have no idea what we're talking about right now. We're talking
What are
about
we
Reggie
talking
Bullock,
about?
but right, exactly. We were talking about Reggie Bullock, but legit, Randall gets called for touching Tobias Harris's nameplate, touching it, right? And then at the opposite end of the floor, Harris bumps Randall with his shoulder, throws off his shot. And if y'all saw the last shot go in and out, you know that contact impacted the shot. Randall's
But
shot
we did
was
miss 10 free throws, so we don't know if you'd hit the free throws. We don't know.
right. But what I'm telling you is this: I understand what you're saying about the 10 free throws, and I understand what Kevin's saying about Bullock. But what I'm telling you is that real life gameplay, Harris got fouled and went to the free throw line when we had the game secured. Nerlens Noel secured the rebound. The game should have been over, right?
It's like in the NFL, Freezy, like when they throw the ball over the guy's head, they're not going to call pass interference. It's not catchable. Like, come on, man. Come on.
But it shouldn't be that, because you can't impact the game on one side of the floor, right? And then at the other side of the floor, you're like, well, we're not going to impact the game. What?
I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Like, it's not consistent. It's not consistent. Like, that whole game was a physical throwback 90s game. It was like I was watching the Knicks in the 90s. The way they was physical. They were letting the guys play. Dwight Howard was shoving people. People were throwing elbows. And come on, man. The last play was such a weak call. Did he make contact? Yeah. But you can't call it in that spot.
He rubbed his nameplate.
Come on, man.
It was equivalent to a pat on the back. But on the other end, you saw Tobias Harris lower his shoulder into Randall, and right, and so clearly the physical contact threw Randall's shot off because the shot went in and out. Right.
And Tibbs deserves blame too. RJ should have been brought in sooner.
I agree.
4 minutes and 30 seconds. Come on, man. I was asking where RJ was dominating in the paint, and he was shooting the ball fine. I don't understand why he was only brought in with 4:30. Bring him back in with 8 minutes. What are you doing?
Tibbs does this a lot, Spray. His rotations are terrible.
Right. And even with all that said, we still had a shot in the air to win the game. Right. We still had a shot in the air to win the game. So it's one of those that I just think you got to call it consistent, man. Call it down the line.
I agree.
Right. Legit. And Hoodie Cap saw the game. Right. He saw Julius Randle pat Tobias Harris on the back. And then on the other end of the floor, in the same game, in the same quarter, you let my man that goes to the free throw line, you call a foul for him. He comes back down the floor and bumps Randle, and you call nothing. Randle couldn't believe it. Did you see Randle's face?
Yeah, he was hacked. He was fouled.
Yes, but they didn't call it.
But the way the Knicks were missing free throws, we don't know if he would have made both. We don't know. It's like, don't get me
Still got to
wrong.
get
If
that.
I know there should have been a foul, but like I said, there's many reasons why we lost the game. We
And
came out so
we came
we,
out slow, like you said,
we were
slow.
down
Shame on the
14.
Knicks.
We
Shame
were
on the
down
Knicks
4.
for coming out that way. Shame on them.
Exactly. How do we lose to this team 15 in a row? Ben Simmons is 14-0 against us. Think about that for a moment. Ben Simmons has been in the league since 20. He's been in the league for a while. He's 14-0 against us. To me, you can argue we lost the game to start. You can argue 15 points in a quarter. 15 in a quarter is like, I know the Sixers are a great defensive team, and you gotta give Philadelphia credit, clogging the paint. You gotta give Philly credit. And yes, we play hard every night, and I love the competitive spirit. But the problem with New York, sometimes we come out so sluggish. Sometimes we gotta stop digging ourselves these holes early. So yes, the officiating was bad. I'm not denying it; it was terrible. But you cannot blame everything on the refs because it's the player's job to make adjustments on the court. It's the coach's job to use the right lines and rotations to put us in position to win. And
I agree. I agree,
like what
G
you,
Money.
like what you said, Spree. Why was RJ in the bench too long in the fourth quarter? Obi's not giving us anything. I mean, yeah,
There have been games where RJ hasn't been brought in where I feel like it's been justified the way he's playing, but in that game he was playing well. Like
playing well, driving to the rim. His floater game was working. His mid-range jumper was working. I feel so bad for RJ and Randall, but what really killed us, our bench. Okay, our bench got killed tonight, 42-28. How do we lose to Matisse Thybulle? How? And Shake Milton and Tyrese Maxey. They're good players. Don't get me wrong, but come on, man. Like,
Hey, I'll just say
But
this, man. The Danny Green thing, I'll just say this. He made some tough ones, but that floater, dude, that floater, man. Look, and I know he's made them before. I understand
true.
he's thrown some floaters up, but give me a break, man. You gonna really make that? Come on, man. You're
Yeah,
killing me.
man.
You're killing me.
yeah, I was gonna say, man, I think it's less about like where we were and those things. What I'm saying is this team that's undermanned
Yep.
put up a fight against one of the best teams in the conference,
Uh-huh.
and we lost by one. Based on them hitting free throws in the clutch. What I'm telling y'all is this has nothing to do with Philly or the Knicks bench. This has something to do with the front office now seeing where we are,
Yep.
knows we're a player or two away from not only making the playoffs, but and think about this, maybe being a top seed in the East. And I know y'all are gonna overreact and be like, "How, Freeze? How?" Look at the teams that we're playing and how we go toe to toe with them with an undermanned squad. What I'm saying
Uh-huh.
is, if you call in reinforcements, right? Now we're talking about like for instance, what G Money said. We come out of the box slow. We know
Uh-huh.
that's been Randall's mo after the All Star break. We know that,
Yeah.
right? That's been at
Uh-huh.
Randall's mo after the All Star break. Tonight he shot terribly, and this is like the fifth game in a row that he
You can't
started out
buy a basket
ISO.
all of a sudden.
Right, right, right. And so what I'm saying is this: if we had reinforcements where Randall would be playing almost 50 minutes tonight or 45, whatever he played tonight, if we got anything,
46.
yeah, if we got anything from Obi, right? If we got anything from Obi,
Oh, yeah.
or any type of reinforcement, say for instance, if we traded for an Otto Porter or somebody like that, somebody that can a Thaddeus Young. If we had a Thad Young or Otto Porter Jr. tonight,
Uh-huh.
I'm telling you, this game would not have gone to overtime.
We would have won this game, yeah, because Otto
We would
Porter
have
can
won,
hit a 3-pointer and he can defend, yeah.
You're right.
and he
You're
could,
right, Freaky.
and he can defend Ben Simmons,
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
right? You know what I mean? So
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's time for the front office to call in the reinforcements, man, because this is ridiculous. See, we can't get these games back. You know what I'm saying? Once we take the L, they're L's. You
And
know what I
Yep.
mean?
as good as Burks played tonight, and he played well, but that
Uh-huh.
one play in the fast break, you gotta hit the open man,
I
man.
agree, man. Facts.
Come
It was a two.
on.
I think it was a 2-on-1. It was a 2-on-1. If you're Burks, here's what I think he could have done: either dunk it or do a bounce pass to Randall at the left at the left. Because if Randall gets that shot up, he could have gotten he could have gotten a layup or a dunk. Who knows? And we would have been up by 1, and maybe we have a different conversation.
Yeah.
So it's like
that was a huge play, man.
That was
a huge play.
And Uncle Freezy, I understand that we lost to the top seed, but let's be honest, all right? Joel Embiid didn't play the 2 games, okay? They didn't have Seth Curry. I know Philly's a top team, but maybe reason why that was happening because of Joel Embiid. Yeah, Tobias Harris has had a great year, but Tobias Harris was not great tonight. I mean, last night. He was not great last night, be honest. Ben Simmons was average. He was decent, but he wasn't dominating, okay?
Who was the guy, G Money, that took Randall's legs out? Do you know?
I think that was Bradley. Some guy named Bradley.
Tony Bradley. I mean, that was a dirty play.
That was a dirty play. That should have been a big one too.
Are we all in agreement, Freezy? That was a dirty play.
Yep.
And then Randall get a technical foul for what?
Right. But G-Man,
and then Randall gets a technical foul.
G-Man, what I'm telling you is I don't want to say go by the ifs because they didn't have Embiid. That's cool.
Or right? Seth Curry.
Or Seth, but we can't control that. We can't control that, man. What I'm saying is we got to go by the players that are on the floor. And tonight, the referee took the game away from us again. Julius Randle basically rubbed Tobias Harris on his nameplate. Right? When you look at ESPN showing it right now, ESPN showing it right now, I'm telling you.
He was hacked. He was hacked. Yeah.
So let me bring that right quick. Hold on.
We can't beat Philly. We lost 15 in a row. Good grief, man.
Freezy, do you know who Clete Blakeman is in the NFL, the ref? Clete Blakeman?
Yeah.
That's Courtney Kirkland in the NBA is Clete Blakeman. He wants to put it in his hands rather than the players. He calls these bogus calls. Yep. That's who Courtney Kirkland is, Clete Blakeman, where he calls a pass interference on Steve Smith when at the end of the game. Let the players play, man. There was no contact there.
Yeah,
you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but for me, I'm not gonna look. The officiating was bad, but in my opinion, we didn't lose because of the refs. There were many. If we come out stronger,
we clearly lost due to the refs. Because
we lost.
It was Leon Wood.
The referees made us miss 10 free throws. So the refs make us miss 10 free throws. How's that naive? How's that naive?
Okay.
So the refs make us miss 10 free throws.
So first of all, you ask me a question and keep talking. That don't make sense. So what I'm saying is let me allow you to finish, or if you ask me a question, let me answer.
All right, I apologize. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because we can let you. Listen, we want you to rock. We want you to eat on here. But if you ask me a question, dog, you gotta let me answer.
All right, fine. I apologize. You can answer.
So when it came to, you asked me how did the officials impact the game? What happened was these cats are rebounding and playing physically all game long, right? And then down the stretch of a game, a close game, when the Knicks are up by 1 point, you call a ticky-tack foul for Tobias Harris. So you let it play physically all game. A Spree just said it a few moments ago. This game reminded him of a game in the 90s. But then down the stretch, you call a ticky-tack foul on Julius Randle, which to me was shady from the start with, right? And then, so Tobias Harris goes and hit his free throw or whatever. And then coming back down court, ESPN is showing right now Tobias Harris putting his shoulder into Julius Randle as he goes into a shooting motion, right? And then they don't call it on Julius Randle's shot, and the Knicks lose the game. So no matter what happened before all of that, the referees impacted the game. We can say that they didn't when it's a fact that they call the foul on Julius Randle for Tobias Harris. And whether we think the foul on Randle is speculation or not, if you go by what you just saw on the other end of the floor, if you go by that, then you got to say, well, how come Randle didn't get that call on our end?
Mm-hmm.
You see that man right there?
You Chuck Charles Berkeley.
Who's next to him?
I think that. Let me see. It could be. It looks like maybe Moses. Maybe.
You know who it is? It was the ref for tonight's game,
Oh
Leon
wow.
Wood. He
Deion
played
Wood.
for the
Okay.
76ers.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. Unbelievable. I mean, I
He should
understand.
never be able to ref. He should never be able to ref a game that the Sixers play.
That is true. I don't think the game was rigged because I thought the officiating was bad on both sides. But like I said, you can't blame the refs for the Knicks missing 10 free throws. You can't blame the refs for the Knicks being down 14 early. You cannot blame the refs for quit for 17 turnovers and our bench getting outscored by 14. Yes, the officiating was bad. I'm not denying that because there were some fouls that should have been called, but at the same time, you still got to play through it and you still got to execute. You know what I mean? Because it's like that's what I'm saying. I'm a true Knicks fan, but I'm objective. I'm not gonna blame the refs for why we lost. There's other reasons why we lost. Danny Green hit clutch threes and a clutch folder. Thibault hit a clutch three.
Yeah,
Danny
but you know
torched him
what's
off.
happening?
Yes, man.
It's a lot of this. The Knicks are not getting. There's a lot of games like this right now. The Knicks are
Uh-huh.
they're losing because of these calls.
And also we need to come out stronger. It's not just yes, we need to get some calls. I agree with that, but it's also we need to come out strong. That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry, I can't just blame only the officiating for why we lost. Philly played a back to back. Okay, they didn't have Joel Embiid or Seth Curry. Ben Simmons was questionable going into this game. I'm sorry. I cannot give the Knicks a pass losing this game. Because think about this. If the Heat just lost to the Pacers, okay? If we win this game, had we won this game, we would have gone to the 5th seed, technically, okay? All I'm saying is this. We cannot blame the refs for everything, and you got to play through it, okay? Yes, some technical fouls were bogus. I get that.
Oh, the technical fouls on Leon. The technical foul on Julius Randle after he got his leg pulled is a bad call.
That was a bad call. That was
And that's a
bogus.
point. That's 1 point, and we lost by a point. You know what I'm saying?
And who knows? That was a bad call. And also the Thibodeau technical foul. I can understand that, but here's what kills me. I'm sorry. I can't blame the refs for what happened. The offensive execution wasn't the greatest. Ob scaring me. He's not Ob scaring me. He's kind of been a disappointment. Frank was bad tonight. Last night he was bad. I mean, the bench was not great. I'm sorry. The bench was not great. I'm sorry, man. It's like and we missed so many shots in the paint. That's what we need to understand. How many shots in the paint did we miss? Layups. You know what I mean? We got to finish. That's what I'm saying. We got to finish. So that is why, even though the officiating was bad, I'm not going to blame the refs for why we lost this game. Because there are many other reasons why we lost the game. Many other reasons.
Nobody's blaming the refs, but I would say
Some
this.
people
Look,
are. Yeah.
I would say this, right? I would say when it comes down to thing that happened with Julius, bro, listen, you can already see they call a technical foul because dude, like he
Tony
meant to
Bradley.
do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was
Bradley. You
intentional.
meant Bradley.
Yes,
Yeah.
Like,
Tony
you know what I'm
Bradley.
saying?
Tony Bradley.
So at the same time, if you're trying to intentionally hurt me, I should be able to protect myself.
That's true. That's true.
Although
Yeah.
Julius,
Yeah.
he didn't take a swing or nothing like that, but like at the same time, I should be able to protect myself. I should be able to say something or do whatever it is that I need to do to let you guys know that, yo, that was intentional. Like, you know what I'm saying? And obviously, we all saw it. You saw the
City, I don't mean to
replay.
cut you off, but what makes it worse, I don't mean to cut you off, but what makes it worse is they reviewed it. They reviewed it. And if you see that, like, you should, as a ref, understand, like you're saying, that Julius is just heated because he's that was a serious potential injury right there.
That was going to end the season. And I promise you, if Randall was done for the year, we're not making the playoffs.
But like, yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I should be able to protect myself. I should be able to do something or at least, like, you know, make a motion to make you guys acknowledge what's going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? And dude, like, intentionally grabbed his leg. That wasn't by accident. That wasn't by mistake. Like, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't a reflex, you know, situation where it's like, oh, you did that. And like, you know what I'm saying? No, bro, that was intentional. So I should be able to do something to protect myself. And this is what's messed up is because like when they don't give how do you say, like, they don't give the players that, you know, they always say they catch you on the second end. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't give the players that are reacting to something the benefit of the doubt. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like they call
I'm in
stuff.
agreement with you. That's the biggest thing that bothers me in the league. That there's certain refs. Some refs will, like, to be fair, there's a couple veteran refs that are good that will hold back and say, "Look, I get it," but some don't. And it's a lot of these young refs that don't have a lot of experience. And my whole thing with the ref problem, City, is it's league wide. They got to get more experience, man. There's got to be more penalties. If they come back through a game and you messed up, there's got to be some type of repercussion where you have to go back to the G League or something like that, or go back to doing other things and practice before you can get back up here with the big boys. That's all I got.
Oh, you know what they should do? You know what they should do? There should be some type of automatic fine for intentionally doing harm to somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, forget about the flagrant foul thing. There should be some type of consequence as far as getting fined. Like, you know what I mean? If you're intentionally trying to hurt somebody, automatic fine.
I agree.
Some type of suspension or whatever, because that's dirty, bro. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no room in the league for like, you know what I'm saying, for dirty plays like that. Listen, I'm all about playing tough and watching good hard nosed basketball games or whatever. But when you want to do stuff like that, it's like, yo, come on, man. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like we was mucking up the game where, like, you know what I'm saying, we were trying to bully them or do something like that. That was just a play that Julius got the best of him. Dude lost his cool and did what he did.
City, how many times do you see a play like that and a guy gets hurt?
We see it all the time. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? So why should he not be able to protect himself? That's what I'm doing, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to let you guys know, like, yo, this dude just grabbed my leg, almost hurt me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Who does that when you on the floor, like, blatantly like that? Come on.
But what bothers me more about it is, even if a ref says, "I don't believe you, I missed it, or maybe I didn't see it," they went and reviewed it. They reviewed it.
Yes, and they still gave him the
They
tackle.
reviewed it. They saw it, and they still gave him the tag.
But again, though, that, you know, that I mean, I get it.
How do you review that? And it hurts.
Yeah, man. We better beat the Wizards.
So what y'all think about Washington?
The Wizards. Okay, look. They're good. We gotta stop them from transition. The Wizards like to run a gun. Also, we gotta force Westbrook to tough mid-range shots. Okay. The good news is that Davis Bertans won't play in those two games because I think he has a calf injury. So because he's their best 3-point shooter. But we got to contain Bradley Beal, double team Bradley Beal, and force Westbrook to tough shots. Okay. And also, we got it. The Wizards are a bad defensive team. They're terrible defensively. So we gotta, move the ball, space out, make our free throws, please, and out rebound the Wizards. All right. And Robin Lopez is a former Knick. Hopefully, he does not have a big game. So that's my keys against the Wizards. In my opinion, we got to beat Washington twice. That's what I'm saying, because we can't keep blowing opportunities for us to move up, okay? And in my opinion, the Wizards are a team the Knicks should beat. So that's what I'm saying. We got to come out energy, ready to play, and put them down early. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, man, we got to beat up.
Listen.
We got to beat up on
no, guys, agree.
No, I agree with everything G Money said. They gotta pay. They gotta pay. They're for what happened tonight. The Wizards are gonna have to pay. We're gonna have to
for the
take them
first
out.
game, but I don't think they're gonna beat them twice.
We got to beat them twice.
We should
I
beat
don't
them
think they
twice.
will.
There's a reason why they're 15-26. Yeah, they have talent, but there's a reason why they have the record. As the old saying goes, you are is what your record says you are. And the fact of the matter is, the Wizards have talent, but they don't execute in close games. Look at the amount of close games the Wizards have lost. That one game to the Celtics, they were up by 5 late, lost that game. They lost a lot of close games. The one they were up 17 in the fourth quarter against the Magic at home, lost that game. They had a tough loss against the Nets last night. Sorry. Yes, I know Washington has talent, but there's a reason why they are what they are. So I'm not gonna act like Washington's a top team. So all I'm saying is, if we're gonna make the playoffs, we gotta beat teams we're supposed to beat, and the Wizards are one of them. Because
Listen,
I promise you, we're not gonna win in Milwaukee. Let's be honest, we're not gonna win in Milwaukee. And then we got Miami at home. I think we could win that, but that'll be tough. And then we got Minnesota. The Knicks, in my opinion, should go at least 3-2 or 4-1 to end the month going to April. That's what I think.
so yo, G, let me ask you this, right?
Uh huh.
This is the reason why, or I would say this. This is the reason why I feel like we can't say that we should beat Washington because both of their best players are better than our two best players.
Uh huh.
It doesn't matter about the record. Like you understand what I'm saying? Like it does not matter about the record because as well as you know, you could be a team in the bottom of the barrel and beat a team that's on the top. Like you know what I'm saying? But their two
Yes.
best players are better than ours. Yes. Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal are better than Julius Randle
Oh,
and
I agree with
RJ
that.
Barrett.
That's true. That's true. I agree with that. Yeah.
Like you get what I'm saying? I mean, like let's think about the old school right now, right? If you got on NBA Jam, right,
Mm-hmm.
and you had Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook versus RJ Barrett, depending on the player that you are, but I mean scratch that, but just looking at the two players alone, like you know what I'm saying? Like that's big, bro. And they're and again, their two best players are better than our two best players. Like, so is it a game that we should win just because of the record? When you look at record wise, our record and theirs, yeah, it is. But their talent, their talent could surpass ours.
We're gonna have to earn it.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Bradley Beal
Mm-hmm.
could drop 50.
It's
Like, you know what I'm
possible.
saying? Easily.
Brad Beal's a good. He dropped 60 early against Philly. That's
Like,
true.
this is what I'm saying. And then you got a guy like Russell Westbrook, where I mean that guy's a firecracker. I mean
He's a beast. He
he's like
comes up with
dynamite
passion.
with the long string that goes on and on forever. Where you never know when it's gonna blow. Like you know what I'm saying? Both of those guys could go off for 40 apiece. Like you know what I mean? And you can't tell me right now as we speak that we see RJ Barrett and Julius Randle going for 40 to hang and bang with those guys. So it's going
I
to take a
mean, it's
collective
possible
effort.
one of them can, because
I'll
here's the
take
thing: the
Randall.
Wizards are a bad defensive team. Again, I know what you're saying, but I'm not gonna act like Washington is a top level team. The
This is
Wizards
what I'm
are
saying.
bad
We said the same thing about Sacramento. They were the worst team in the league defensively, right? And what happened?
at the time. We scored what 94 points at the time. Yeah, we lost
And
to
we
them
lost that game.
in
Like
Sacramento. Yeah,
this is what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing guaranteed for us. Our team is not built excuse me. Our team is not built to where we are the people that should say we should win this game. Like, you know what I'm saying? We like to say it because we feel like, yeah, we should beat these guys because you know what? We got faith in our team, and I understand that, and I respect it. I got faith in those boys too. But at the end of the day, I realize one thing: we not built like that to just automatically say, "Yep, we going to Washington. We gonna beat them both times." Like,
You're
I
right,
think we
City.
split.
You're right, City. We got to earn every win we get. We earn it. Like the
that's true.
Pistons game. Like you're to your point. You're right. But is it an opportunity against a Wizards
Yes.
team that where they're down a little bit, but they still got two studs on any given night can beat us? No question. I
That's
understand
true.
what you're saying, City. You're right. And I'll say
Mhm.
this NBA Jam, man, that was my favorite game. I used to play that, man,
Yes,
for like 12 hours. I got to get
Listen,
back on that, man.
bro. I still play
I
that to
honestly
this
think
day.
I don't think there's gonna be two games where Westbrook and Beal don't do well enough to win a game. One. You know what I'm saying? I think the Knicks win the next one. I think Washington takes. I think we split. And it's just I don't think we're. Not that we're not good. I just don't think we're there yet, where we can go and take back to backs off of the same team. You know, it's very hard by itself. Just in itself, it's hard to win back to backs in
Eric,
general.
do you know my boy Anthony Donahue?
Yeah,
You do know him? Okay. You know I'm very good
yeah,
friends.
yeah. He's good people. I was just at the game with him on Tuesday.
That's because I thought I saw a picture of you with him. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I was in a
that's
picture
my
with him.
boy.
Yeah, he's good people, man.
Good dude. Good dude.
Good dude.
Um,
Yeah. I got the G band.
that's what's up. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, he's good people. A great Knicks fan. Um, yeah, I do. That's dope though. I think I saw you in a picture
Yeah, man.
too. You were
We
in a picture at an event, at ESPN New
we-
York event.
yes. Anthony's a huge Knicks fan, and
Yeah.
he's a good dude. He brings the Knicks fans together. So we have good times. But I'm with you, man. I want to beat these Wizards up, man. I got too many Wizards fans in my life that talk nonsense. I got to win these two, man.
And the Wizards have owned us for a while. So yeah.
I'm just
Hey,
saying
you know
they're a
what?
better team. They are a better team than they're playing.
You
They
know
started
what?
off
You know what
terribly, but
too?
they've been playing much better lately.
You know what
And
No,
too?
they
and
lost 6 out of 7 in the second
what
half
I'm
of the
saying
season.
is a lot of those games are one possession games. They didn't haven't
Yeah,
been
but they
getting
still
blown
lost
out.
them.
I get it, but what I'm saying is on any given night against a team like the Knicks, they could beat us. Like I said, like Spree said, is it an opportunity to pick up some ground? To pick up two games? Are they a team that you can beat where you're not going in afraid of them? Absolutely. But they're a team that could beat you twice.
Sure.
Mhm.
We're just not good enough yet
Yeah,
to take
because listen,
anybody lightly.
those yeah, no, those guys, listen, those guys are probably looking at us and saying what we would be saying about our team if we was down there. Let's try to stop them from getting into the playoffs. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's
Like
true.
And
when you're a losing team,
Charlotte just lost
you love to be a
LaMelo
spoiler.
Ball.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Charlotte's gonna struggle without LaMelo. Watch.
Exactly. So that's a team that's ahead of us right now that could drop.
And don't
But
forget,
you
Terry
know what?
Rozier has
I
an
think
injury
even
too.
without him, I really don't see them slipping too
Is
much without
Devonte
him.
Graham hurt?
Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, he came back.
Like, because we got to remember they got Scary Terry, and
He's hurt too, man.
I
Scared has a
don't.
hip flexor.
Oh, is he hurt too?
He's hurt. Without Terry Rozier and LaMelo Ball, I promise you, the Hornets are not going for. Yes, they have some good talent in Gordon Hayward, Miles Bridges. I get that, but who's gonna be your go-to guy in close games? Think about that.
It's got to
Yeah, no,
be Gordon
I didn't
Hayward.
see. I didn't know. I didn't know.
But is Gordon
Um,
Hayward gonna play a full
um.
season? Think about that. I know he's been healthier this year, but is Gordon Hayward gonna stay healthy? I don't know. That's gonna be another question.
I mean, there's a lot
I should have been an NBA
besides
draft.
Charlotte. There's a lot of other teams that are starting to play better that are behind us, or like Atlanta's playing better too now.
They won 8 in a row. Yeah.
So I mean, and
Hey,
they
yo,
didn't. They've beaten.
let me say this real quick since Freezy is not here, yo. Shout out to everybody watching. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody that's going to watch on the playback. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all you guys. We love and respect it. You know what I'm saying? Hit those thumbs up. Get those likes up. Support the channel. Subscribe. You know what I mean? But go ahead, Eric G.
No, I just feel like they're these games, man. Look at the close games we have. We haven't won many of these close games where we lose by we had the final shot or overtime. Like we're not winning these games, and we gotta to be a good team. I'm not saying we're not a good team. We're better than what we thought we were going to be, but to be that team, we got to win at least 500%. 500 of those games.
Mm,
Half of the
Right.
games that are close,
yeah.
one possession games. You got to win
Mm.
half of them. So if you in all these games, you're losing by 1 point, by 2 points, and you're losing all of them, you're almost there. But you got to win half of them to kind of put yourself in a good position. If the Knicks win half of the one possession games they've lost, games that they felt they should have won or they were in it, they had the lead with 30 seconds left and they gave it up. The Knicks would be 6, 7 games over 500 right now.
It will be top 4 in the East because
Absolutely.
Miami's starting to slip up. They lost 3 in a row. So if you're in New York, we play hard, but we need to execute. We need that go-to guy. That's what we lack. We lack that go-to killer down the stretch of the game. We don't have a killer down the stretch of the game.
Man, I was hoping that when Julius took that, it went in and out, man.
I thought it was going. I thought it might have been
Me
going down.
too. It
I
was
thought it was
just too
going in.
strong.
I was nervous that his head was not in it at that point. So
No, he played well. I thought he still was there. I
I
mean,
thought he was going to do a Carlton Banks where he, I don't know.
They did like a spinorama floater. If you would have did that and it would have went at the buzzer, that would have been great. If Randall's shot goes in,
Yeah.
we're not talking about the referees right now.
no,
But
we still
sadly,
will. I think I would still talked about how it shouldn't have. Honestly, man. And then the thing that pissed me off is the challenge that they didn't give Tibbs.
we would have lose the challenge anyway, so I'm not too
But
mad at
it
that.
gives you either way. But they didn't call a timeout there.
Would have advanced the ball, though.
They would have been
True,
able to
true.
advance the
That's true.
ball. So that's the thing.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
and
man.
those couple seconds that changes the whole kind of shot you take. Now Randall doesn't have to run the whole floor and try to pull up. Have a 15-foot pull up J. He can set. They can set a play for that. So I mean, it's little things like that. Those things matter. We don't think about it like it matters, but to get that situation, to be in that situation, I know these guys practice for it, but in the moment, it's tough. There was
hmm
I don't the thing with the refs, it doesn't really bother me that they make the call. I just like consistency.
Agreed.
That's true. The
I
refs
don't
were up
care
and
if
down.
you if
Yeah.
you're gonna call those ticky tack fouls, that's fine.
Just do
That's
it the
okay.
whole
It's
game.
part of the game. But do it
hmm
on both sides.
True. Be objective for both sides. Yeah.
Exactly. If you're gonna call a ticky tack foul on Randall sliding his hand across Harris's back, then when Randall comes down the other side and Harris throws his elbow into Randall's ribs,
Yeah.
you
That
got to call
distracted
that
the
foul.
shot. That
If I
distracted the shot.
if I was a ref, and I think I need to be a ref soon just so I can fix the NBA. But if I was a ref, I would be the type of ref that would swallow
I
my
can
whistle
see you.
because I have an understanding as players. I was a former player, and I feel like some of these guys, these dudes, don't know what they're doing. They don't understand the moment. I understand if a call is there, you have to make it, but there are certain moments, especially that game. To your point,
Of
Eric, where
ticky
they are
tack. Yep.
it's a physical game, the whole
It
game.
was
You're
very.
letting dudes play.
Hmm.
Dwight
Yeah.
Howard is throwing elbows, mugging Julius Randle in the first half of the
True.
game. You have to have some type of understanding that play that didn't affect anything. Noel had the rebound in his hands. I just think you in that moment that's such a weak call. Was there a slight contact? Yes,
But
but I
that's on
just
every
don't.
single play. That you can call a foul on every play. Then if you're gonna do that.
That play happens like 20 times throughout a ball game, man.
Hmm.
But in my personal opinion, you guys are not wrong. But I think if you're Randall, if you're gonna rebound the ball, don't put your arm out on
Oh, I agree.
Harris. That's just me. I understand.
I'm not blame. Randall deserves blame too. Don't put yourself in that spot. I agree with that.
Yeah, man. So again, the officiating was bad because there are some calls that you have to make, and there's some calls you have to swallow your whistle. But to me, even though I'm
Yep.
a true Knicks fan, I got to be objective. Okay, that was a good call. The rest call. That was a good call. Because I'll be honest, if they don't call that and the Knicks win the game, even though I would have been happy that we won, at the same time, I'll be like, we got a little fortunate at the end, hypothetically speaking. So again, yes, the officiating was terrible. I'm not denying the officiating. But if you're Randall, if you don't push out Harris, Noel got the rebound. The way the Knicks were shooting free throws, when Noel hit the free throws, I have no idea. Who knows? But we would have had an opportunity. So again,
Didn't
you guys
quickly
are,
hit quickly missed two
you
consecutive free
missed two
throws.
free throws, and quickly
Randall
like
missed one.
90%. Randall missed
Well,
one.
yeah,
Noel
and
missed two.
Quickly's been missing free throws
As of
Since the
late.
second half.
he's missed the I don't know what's going on. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, he said that thing ever since he said that thing about Mom Dukes. You know what I'm saying? I think he messed up. He messed up with that one. He gonna have to get out there and challenge Mom Dukes on the garden floor and be like, "Yo, listen, we got to go free throw for free throw," because, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm
Right.
missing him right now.
No,
Yeah, man.
when what was I gonna say? I was mentioning, yo, Split.
Oh,
You know who
sorry,
you
sorry,
remind me of, real quick?
sorry for that.
You remind
So,
me of Brad Stevens.
really? I don't
Yeah,
know.
you got a little. You remind me of Brad Stevens a little
I
bit.
don't like Brad Stevens.
Well,
But
me either, but you do remind me of him.
okay.
No,
I'll
it's not. I
take that
mean,
as a
you know,
compliment.
True.
no, yeah. I mean, he's a good coach, you know,
He's
but
a good coach. It's just that in the
Appreciate it.
playoffs, he needs to make adjustments.
the
Well,
thing about
Brad,
him, he's one of the coaches that he's good to bring a young team like start with.
Yeah.
uh
He gets them to a certain level, then he can never get them over that level. He's like a good developer, get them to to playing some winning ball, be a perennial playoff team, but he can never get them over that hump.
Yeah,
I just
let me get to something real quick. Let me just say this real quick. All right. Come on, man. Yo, fellas, it is Blood Orange Tears night show. Let's go. Get those likes up, bro. We got what? 52 watching? Only 11 likes?
Yeah, everybody, all you gotta do is hit the X on the chat and hit the like
Don't cost
the
you
thumbs
nothing.
up.
Get those thumbs up, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we out here. We doing it for the fans, for the family. Like, you know what I mean? We
right.
out here.
Yes, sir.
can we talk about RJ for a second?
I listen,
RJ
he's
stepped
really
up his
developing
development.
before our eyes, man.
I'm
I
Mhm.
excited,
really
man.
love what he's doing.
He
Strong,
had like a nice little 8 to 10 minute stretch there where he was dominating the game.
not only offensively, playing tough D on Tobias Harris, who by the way is the three.
Right.
So everybody who says that RJ doesn't defend the three, he does.
He had a
He
few
does.
really nice moves, man. Just like
Oh
the
yeah.
first
The move
lay
on
in.
Simmons on the sideline,
Yeah.
on the baseline, the move on
He's,
Simmons that he came
and some
back and he
really
laid
nice
it up.
passes.
Nice passes, including that one pass we were in tie game when he brought in and they kick it out to Alec Burks for a right
Yes.
corner three. That was a beautiful pass, man.
Oh yeah,
Beautiful pass.
that was a
Mm-hmm.
very clutch shot. We needed that.
Alec Burks was clutch at times, even though he did screw up. I'll give Alec Burks credit. He
He
did
went on
come
a
through at
7-0 run
times.
by himself.
Uh, yeah, he did, man. Alec Burks
Yeah.
did come through, so I'll be fair with him. I mean, you can argue that Alec Burks was the best Knick for most of the night. If you watch the game, you can very well argue that.
Well, late,
And I
I would
mean,
say
Late, yeah.
late in the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? He stepped up and did his thing. But then again, we also got to realize too, that's one of the things that we see from Alec Burks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Sometimes I'm here, sometimes I'm not. Like,
Mr.
you know what I'm
Streaky,
saying?
well,
He's
Mr.
but
streaky, man.
Streaky.
I'll tell you this right now. I know people don't like to hear it, but Reggie Bullock played some good ass defense tonight.
He did play good day on Ben Simmons. I'll give him credit, and also on Tobias
And they
Harris.
were
I
Wait,
still
say
and they
have
were
that.
him.
trapping. They were
Say
trapping
that again.
Tobias.
Say that
Reggie
again.
Bullock played some good defense tonight.
Yo, Kev, I don't know where you at. Are you hearing that?
Hmm.
Reggie
Kev,
Bullock played some good defense tonight. And he
he
played some
did.
good defense the other night.
Yeah, no, he really did play some defense. They were trapping Tobias. Tobias was struggling. They
Yeah, he
were
was
trapping
bad.
him. They
Yeah.
were trapping him. He made a couple bad passes. Then he
hmm
missed those free. Simmons missed the free throws, and then Tobias missed the free throws. Those are the things that you have to capitalize.
I was texting BX Jedi right when while the game was playing and
Yeah, you were texting me
um
too.
yeah and they fouled Ben Simmons. I can't remember what he said, but he had messaged me something. But I was just like, yo, they fouled the right guy, like, you know what I'm saying?
He's
Because
not a good
like
free throw
we already
shooter.
know,
Yeah.
like that guy, he's
66%.
like, like he's not the guy that's gonna just automatic come out and like, you know what I'm saying, sink
Yep.
both free throws all of the time. Like, you know what I mean? Because I think what he's like is 60 something. What is it, 60
66%.
something?
hmm
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah.
He's gonna miss one of them.
Gentlemen, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna bounce. I gotta get up early, but it's always a pleasure.
Yo,
This
Spree,
one,
All
man.
right,
Salute,
Spree.
man. Salute, Spray. Great
this one,
analysis, man.
this one hurt, man. But I'll just say this: these refs, man, we got to apply for new positions here. That's all I gotta
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, no
Raps
doubt,
better
brother. Hey,
start. Yeah.
good seeing you again, my brother.
Yeah,
Salute,
All
man.
right.
man.
Take it easy.
All right. Salute, bro.
So, and I gotta go to Sailor, guys. Great analysis. I appreciate. I respect. Love you guys.
Yo,
Stay safe.
where
Stay.
you going, G? Where you gotta go?
It's getting late. I gotta go to bed. So, salute, Sailor, everybody, and may God bless and keep you safe. All right.
Likewise, my brother.
All right. So
Thanks,
Gene
man.
Blue said my beef with Burks my beef with Burks is he's horrible on the fast break. I agree. Agree. Like, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't agree more. So, while I'm still here and I'm holding stuff down until Kev get back or until Freezer gets back,
No, Kev
if
said he's done for the night.
y'all wanna
I
ask some
think when
questions,
I got
man.
on, I think Kev's mad at me.
No, we good,
Nah,
bro.
I'm joking.
Y'all
I'm
wanna
just
ask
kidding.
some questions? Go ahead and ask them, and I'll do my best to answer what I can answer to my best abilities. So salute to the chat. Shout out to y'all. I'm
Yeah,
glad
I
y'all still
agree.
rocking with us.
Our future gaming, he did have Randall on that fast break, and he took it up and missed it. But Randall was running right beside him. He should have just dumped it off to him. Randall had an easy lane to the basket. But these are the things that when you look at film, I mean, you just got to know where you're at on the court and where your teammates are. And some guys have that naturally, and some guys they don't. You know.
Mm-hmm. And that just boils down to, like, you know what I'm saying? Being aware on the court, bro. Like keeping your head up and like. But then again, we already know Burks is not like he's not a he's a guy that's looking to score most of the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we asking him to step out of his comfort zone. I feel like, which I could be wrong, but like, you know what I mean? He's pretty much he's a scorer. He's a guy that's looking for a shot. So when we asking him to run the fast break and pass the ball, which is all things anybody playing basketball should be able to do, like, you know what I'm saying? But are you going to be looking to do that thing that you're not so good at? Like, you know what I mean? Because that's one
Yeah,
of the things that he's not so good at.
this is my. When I look, when I watch the game, and I rewatched, from the halftime through overtime again after the game.
Mm-hmm.
There's about three or four plays that guys are making selfishly. Running, RJ did it too today where he ran into a triple team and lost the ball. Instead of he had two guys, he had Burks in the corner and he had Randall at the wing open and he ran into triple team. I mean I mean I know I'm not saying those guys make the shot, but it gives them an easier shot. It gives the offense it's more fluid. These are the little things that as we grow, I know it's early still, not in the season, but early in the development of this team. There's two guys we know that are going to be here, Randall and RJ. Those
Mm-hmm.
two guys have to be the leaders. Even though RJ's younger, they have to be the leaders because they're the best on the team basketball players. They have to be the
So,
leaders of what the future is going to be for this team. Being unselfish, making the right read, making the right read turns into making the right play. Whether the guy hits a shot, it's not up to you, but making the right play, making the game easier for the other three guys, that's what's going to be important for this team going forward. And
right.
to me,
So our
I don't
future
think,
gaming said, do y'all think Mitch should have played or sit him out another game? Looks like he re-injured himself. Hey,
yeah, he rolled his ankle, so
gaming, I feel like this, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can't have
I think he
things
did all the
both
bottles.
ways. Like, you know what I'm saying? If we want to get wins and we want to be able to make the playoffs, then we got to play our best players. Like, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
If they're
And
healthy, we got to
if
play
it
them.
just happens that one of them gets hurt, this is the thing that I don't agree with when people say that Tibbs is burning the guys out. Like we can't have it both ways. We can't say, oh, we want to win games and we want to make the playoffs, but yet say, oh, you're playing all of our good guys too many minutes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that, like at the end of the day, we got to play our good guys in order to get those wins, because obviously you see a lot of the times when the bench comes in and the players from the bench come in, they don't hold it down. Like, you know what I'm saying? We've had a few games. I would stand corrected. We've had a few games where the bench did hold it down, but at the same time, we've had a bunch of games where the bench came in. They either squandered the lead or we were down and they just let the league get out of hand or whatever the case might be. So that's, I mean, we really got to look at that and say, what do we, as Knicks fans, what do we really want to do? Like, you know what I'm saying? What do we really want to do? Do we want to make the playoffs and win games, or do we want to complain about how the coach is using the team and say that he's burning the guys out and being detrimental to the stuff? Whatever.
No, I agree. And I think too, we have 4 days to the trade deadline. I'm gonna be honest. Leon Rose, I think he looked tight tonight. I saw him at the end of the game walking out. He was tight. Maybe he was mad at the refs or whatever, but I think he has to know that this is not gonna be enough.
Right.
Even though every night the guys are playing hard, they're in the games, he knows that he's got to break somebody's heart in that locker room or a couple guys. People, there's got to be a move needs to be made. There's no doubt in my mind that by Thursday we'll have a new piece, whether it's a star. I'm not saying it's a star, but a
Mm-hmm.
good complementary piece to RJ and to Randall. Whether it's Alonzo, whether it's a shooter like Redick, something. Somebody's coming in here, and we're gonna see.
Well, I feel
But
like
I
we
don't
need
think
to
that.
make a move too, but I like, I don't know, yo. I don't think, I feel like this regime is saying, you know what, we're gonna do what we need to do in the off season. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like they're looking at this team right now and saying, you know what, we had a couple of mishaps, a couple of injuries, a couple of things go bad to where, like, you know what I'm saying, we could have won a couple of other games and we didn't, but we still right there in the mix. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know that, but the thing about that, the only thing that sucks about that is that you had no Rose. You had 17 minutes from Mitch, and then he got hurt, but you had no Mitch really. You played IQ very sporadically, and then you had no Peyton. So those are really four guys who usually play big minutes, who you're not
Mm-hmm.
having play at all, really. But the problem is, you think, man, without those guys, we're close. We're, losing by one to good teams, losing by one,
Right.
losing by two, losing by three. That's fine. But if it was 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, that's you don't make a move. But it's the same week of the trade deadline. The timing is what matters. And right now, the timing says, listen, we're losing these games. Yes, we don't have the depth because guys are injured or in the protocol. They should be coming back, but we have to make a move. It's all
So
about the timing. The timing is this is all happening with a week or 4 days
so
now to
so
the trade
with a
deadline. What are you
move
gonna do? Just
that
wait and
so
hope that you can't make a move after that.
no, so look, here's the thing, right? So if we make a move, right? Who is the guy that you say, like, legit, that we, like, legitly, that forget about anything else, like the one guy that you say we need to go and make this move, right? Make this trade to get this guy in here to where we can start building up to the off season to sign bigger fish. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think you go for me right now for this team what they need. I will go get Lonzo and JJ Redick.
Lonzo
That's
and
the only move
JJ.
together. That's the only move that I will make. JJ lives in Brooklyn in his off season. His family, his wife and his kids live here. I mean, not here, but live in Brooklyn. He wants to be in the East Coast. I would think that if you get JJ, bring him home, whether he's going to retire after the year or whatever. But then you bring in Lonzo, and you immediately try to sign him to an extension with Randall. Give them both the same year, same kind of years, 4 years or whatever you want to do. Doesn't have to be a max for Lonzo.
See, like I said earlier, I'm a fan of let the chips play out, do
Me
everything in the off
too.
season.
I was all for that.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
But
Because listen, I feel like this, right? Yes, we could trade for Lonzo, but also he's gonna be a free agent, right? And yes, New
yeah, but you
Orleans
trade
can
for him and you the
wait. New
immediately.
Orleans, they can match their offer, right? They can
But
match
if
our
they
offer,
yeah, but they're not going to, first of all,
right?
because he's already made it clear he doesn't want to be there.
So, so my thing is, why trade for the man right now when you can't? And I get it, you can't base everything on the off season, but what we can do is say, listen, we got a different culture now. It's not like before when we was losing a bunch of games where everybody was like, "Oh yeah, Kyrie and KD are coming to New York" or whatever. When we had that losing, you know,
Right, but now we have all the chips. We're
now
not
we
we
got a
already moved
different.
on
Yeah,
from them. We moved on from KD and Kyrie, whatever. They're in Brooklyn, they're having a good time. Good for them. They may win a championship. But now we got to talk about what we have. And right now we have a team that guys around the league will start paying attention to and saying, we want to go. I could see myself going there. They play hard every night. Even Kyrie told Thibodeau, he was mic'd up the other night. He's like, man, y'all play hard every
yeah,
night.
yeah,
Y'all play
yeah. No,
hard. I love it.
I heard it.
Y'all play
I
hard.
heard
And
it.
that's great. That's what everybody sees now. So if we trade for Lonzo now, guess what? We got his rights. We can match it too because he's
Yeah,
restricted.
that's. But like, it's just I don't know,
And
man. This
he
see,
would want to. His dad wants says it already. He would want to come to New York. He would do it,
oh
and he would
yeah,
stay.
yeah. No, his dad.
And if
You
we
already
need
know
that
his
kind
dad
of
wants
that
to come to
guy
New
that could
York.
give us pace, he brings pace. If he brings pace, which what pace does, it allows guys to get free open shots. And we have guys now. If
Gregory
you bring a
Castillo, I
JJ,
like that.
what?
Oh no, yeah, he,
Oh, he said
he got me
City
cracking up.
Claus.
Gregory Castillo, he called me City Claus.
Yeah, it's tough.
I like that.
Yo, Prince. Yeah, I'm in the debate league. I don't even know what my rank is, man. But I'm just spitting, trying to be honest about how I feel about what the team needs. We just need someone who can run the floor. Whether you're gonna start him, and then have him be maybe one of the two guys, like him and RJ will be
Hmm.
good on this if you put him on the second unit with RJ quickly. You know what I'm saying? Obi and like Mitch or Noel or even Taj, where they could run the floor.
Right. So
He
we
would he
got
would be able to run. RJ likes to run the floor. Like even tonight, had the long pass that he got that layup, the long pass from Randall. I'm talking about Lonzo. That's what he'll
so
do.
let me
He'll
hold
be
on.
able to.
Let me look at let's so hold on. Let me look ahead here real quick, right? Let's go and let's look at this real quick, right? So Bussy, right? We have next up, right? We got Washington, right?
Right.
And then we got Washington again.
Mm-hmm.
Then we play the Bucks. Then we play the Heat and the Timberwolves. So one, two, three. Wait, yeah. One, two, three, four.
That's looking like
Out of
three and
these
three
next
maybe.
5 games, out of these next 5 games,
3-2.
I feel like we got to go 4-1 or 3-2.
That's what we're gonna go 3-2. We'll beat Minnesota. We'll
What do
take
you think?
one from Washington,
You know
and
what I'm saying?
we can probably beat Miami.
And the only reason why I say that is because so far this year we've never been over a 3-game win streak. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
so I would like us to hit our stride right now. You know what I mean? Coming off this loss, I would like us to hit that stride to where, you know, we bump off 3, 4 games in a row. You know what I'm saying? And like I said the
Well,
other
if we
night,
bump four in a row now, we would beat
get a
Washington
little
twice, and
bit.
then we'll beat Milwaukee, and we'll beat Miami. That's just really difficult.
I mean, it's a lot to ask, right? Because you already
It
know,
is,
you know what I'm saying?
but it's a better
Milwaukee and
opportunity.
Miami are probably going to
It's
play
not as
hard.
much to ask
Washington
for.
is going to play hard.
It's not as much to
It's a
ask
lot to
for
ask, but
if you go get Lonzo Ball and you bring JJ Redick with him. You know why? You know why? What it does for this team? It allows some guys who are starting now, who got the
Mhm.
experience starting, to take a step back and be on the bench, where they can help the bench. It does so much more. It gives us depth because Lonzo can run the one, he can go and sit and he can run the two, and he plays defense and he runs the floor. And now he's an extremely efficient shooter, and he's taking
Yo,
not
so do
one
we
or
get
two a game. He's taking 4, 5, or 6 or 7 a game and hitting four
right?
of them. So I mean, this this makes this makes the team better because now that second unit, you have Rose, you have Quickly, you have Peyton still there. I mean, he'll go in the trade, but you have Rose, you have Quickly, you have JJ, you have you'll be able to have some players who have that experience this year of playing big minutes come off the bench and help that unit solidify that unit. That'll help this
Hmm.
team down the hall, down the long run.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think listen, I'm with you, bro. I think it would too, but I just you know what I'm saying? I just feel
And
like
Ball's
I just
20.
feel like
He's
they're not gonna
23,
do
man.
anything.
He's 23. He fits exactly what this team needs. Fits exactly what this team needs. A guy who has experience, who has a high IQ for the game. He's the kind of he's a Tibbs guy. Defense, smart. He tries to make his teammates better. He does make his teammates better, and he doesn't care. He's not gonna give the ball to just one guy. He's gonna share the
Right,
ball. Whoever's open,
right.
whoever's there for the right read, he gives them the ball. He fits exactly what this team needs, and he can be a part of this young nucleus. And he's not gonna cost you max money. He
I mean,
can be a
see,
part of
one
this.
question would be, how come we haven't gotten them yet? Or you know what I'm saying? Or
Well,
what are they? So, if anybody in the chat knows, what are they? What is their asking price for Lonzo? If anybody knows,
I
trade
forgot who
wise,
just
what is their asking?
somebody just offer him a couple seconds and a player or whatever. But
And they
if the
turned it
Knicks,
down.
I don't know what they did. Maybe they said, get back to us or whatever. But all I know is he's gone anyway. He's not coming back to New Orleans.
See, that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm curious about: is what is they asking price for him? Are they
I,
trying to fleece us? You know what I mean? Where
I
they're
would send him a first. I would send
where
him one of the
if we,
first.
but no, see what I'm saying is, are they trying to fleece us? Where they're like, yo, oh, y'all calling about Lonzo? Hey, so I want this player and this player, and I want 2 picks. You know what I'm saying? What is they
Listen,
asking price is what I need to know
I'll give
before
him a
we really
player.
start talking
They
trades.
can have one of the young players who doesn't play that much, and they can think they can try to fix him. Go ahead. And a
So
first.
Hadouken said they said a good young player or a first. So I'm assuming he's saying a first round pick. You know what I'm
I'll
saying?
give it to him.
And
Give it to
we
him.
got we got ours and Dallas's, right? Or no?
For the next 2 years.
Right, right, okay.
So why not? Why not? I
Yeah, I
mean, I'd
mean,
give it up. I mean, if New Orleans called the Knicks right now, Leon Rose and said, "Listen, give us a first round pick," and you can have Lonzo, I might even throw a player in just to get the roster spot free. I don't care who you want that's on the bench. Who you want. I
Hey,
mean, they're
they
not gonna
need
give
to
up
check.
Obi because
they
they're
need to
just
check.
good.
They need to check Leon's GPS right now. He might be in New Orleans right now, leaving a rose on somebody's door to see.
Nah, he's definitely
He
working.
gonna force a trade. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody right now is working the phone. It's just what happens. It's the NBA. Every team is answering and calling other teams. It's just what it is.
Right.
So do it. Just do it. We have 4 days to get this shit done. Excuse my language. It's 1:43 in the morning. But this is the if you are serious about trying to improve this team and make them better, giving up a first round pick for a player who's a first round talent,
Mm-hmm.
it's not gonna make your team worse. And you stay young. You're not giving up a first round pick for a guy who's 34. You're giving a first round pick for a guy who's 23, and he fits the mold of the other guys you have. A 20-year-old in RJ, a 26-year-old in Randall, a 22-year-old, a 23-year-old in Mitch, a
Right.
21-year-old in Quickly. These are all young guys that you're going to try to use, and Obi, 22. These are young guys you're going to try to use to build the future. So if you're going to build the future with this, why not get a guy who fits that mold, who's young, and who's just now starting his ascension. He's just now starting to get to where everybody thought he would be earlier in his career when he got
Right.
drafted in LA, number 2 overall. Why not do it? It will help
Yeah.
both
No.
parties. He doesn't want to be there. They're not really utilizing him the way that he could be utilized because they have 4 ball handlers in the starting lineup in New Orleans. They like to bring the ball up with Zion. They like to bring up the ball up with Brandon Ingram. They like to bring the ball up with Bledsoe, and then they like to use balls at the same time. So the only guy who don't touch the ball from half court under is Steve Adams. But everybody on that team likes to. There's no rhythm there. He
Mm-hmm.
would be able to bring the ball up him and you you let Randall do it. Those two, and then in increments, you allow RJ in moments to do that, depending on the flow of the game, depending on if RJ's hot, you let him, you let him cook. But that's what I would do.
So I'm reading the chat. Hadouken said I trade Frank or Knox and this year's Dallas pick.
Yeah, Frank in the first or Knox in the first. I mean, if you could do Knox, Frank, and a first, I would trade both of them. Knox, Frank in the first for JJ, a second round from New Orleans, and Lonzo.
Yeah, that's doable.
Why not? You get a first. You give me Lonzo and JJ, who's gonna leave anyway. You're gonna buy him out, or you get something at least. Give us a
Right.
second. We give you Frank, and we give you Knox and a first. Let's do it. Let's do it right now. I'm about to call.
He's
Uh,
about to call
I'm
make the
about to
call
call
right
Griffin right
now.
now. I'm about to call Griffin right now in New Orleans. See what I could get. What I could get done.
Right, right. So let's see. Who else got another question, man? While we sitting here chilling, kicking back, relaxing, you know what I'm saying? Um, Again, like I said, man, hit those thumbs up, get those likes up. Y'all know what it is. We still here.
I mean, I think that's our really only our big need, man. And if we can get that, man, just to add a little, we could add just some pace to this team to get some easy shots. Because everything we get, man, we
Right.
working for it. If we can just get a couple easy shots
Bro,
a
that's
game,
just like
easy
every win
baskets a
that we
game,
got this season, except for a couple of them.
just
Like,
hard,
yo,
hard work. It just looks like hard work.
yeah, man, yeah. We ain't
Nothing's
getting
easy.
nothing easy this year. Like,
But
you know what I'm
and
saying?
that's not a bad thing. It's a testament to this team and to the coaching staff. These guys are playing hard every game. Down 14, down 16 tonight. What they do? Make a comeback, take it to OT. I know the Sixers are shorthanded, but so are the Knicks.
Right.
So I mean,
That's why I said what I said earlier, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can't like. I don't know. It's weird to me because, like, you know what I'm saying? You hear a lot of the fans complain and they say, like, Tibbs is doing too much with the players and doing this and doing that. But, like, what do you expect him to do? And y'all
But not
want to
only that,
win
these
games.
guys want it. These guys want
Like,
to
you
be
know,
coached like that.
how do you not expect him to play his best players in order to get these wins that, like, obviously the best players, like, you know what I mean? They got us these wins. Are we not supposed to play them because everybody thinks that Tom Thibodeau runs people into the ground? Any player can get injured.
Either
Okay,
that,
doesn't
yo.
matter.
Either that, or I'll go and try to. I'll try to go do whatever I can and get. If you could make two trades this in this next couple of days, if you can find a way to get, if you can find a way to just get, if you just get Lonzo from New Orleans, right,
Mm-hmm.
and then try to get Toronto to give you Norm Powell,
Mm-hmm.
both of those guys on this team to make a run, I'll do it.
So what would you do? Like what? Like trade for one and sign the other, or trade for both?
Trade for both.
Trade for both.
Trade for both, or do a three-team where you get both of them.
Chris Chang is in the building. Salute,
My
bro.
man, Chris
We
Chang,
see you.
Familia. What's up, brother? All the chats, Familia. What's up, everybody? Yeah, man. I mean, I like Norman Powell too. He's really been balling this year. So, I mean, he's another guy who's a free agent. Um,
Oh, so wait, is he on? Is he? uh, He's on the expiring then?
right. So I mean, these are the things about trades. As soon as I'm in the middle of a trade and that team's willing to give up that player, I'm in contact with that agent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I know has an expiring contract. Would he be interested in staying here long term, signing an extension when we trade for him? Because if
Mm-hmm.
he is, then you make the move. If he's not, you don't.
Right,
Because
right,
you're giving
right.
up assets for a guy who's going to leave in 2, 3 months anyway. But if he's interested in resigning in New York, then you trade for him. You get an extension for something that's not going to kill the bank, and now you got him locked up. That's where you make moves, man.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Like I'm okay with I'm okay with making moves. Like you know what I'm saying. And I've said this before. I don't care what move we make as long as the guys that we get or the guy that we're getting is gonna play good defense. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to go out and get a guy and like you know what I'm saying? Like oh yeah, he's giving us 20 points, but like you know what I mean? He giving up 40 on the other end. Like you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not really
Nah, but
realistic like
Norman
that.
Powell
Like a
plays
guy's gonna
defense.
give up 40, but like you know,
Norman Powell plays D, and so does Lonzo. So, I mean, in that case, we're in a good place.
but like yeah, no, like I'm totally with making a move as long as the move that we make is the right move. And again, I'm gonna respect and have some trust in the front office because you know they fleeced a couple of people. You know what I mean? And you know they've been holding it down so far per se. So like you know like whatever move they make, regardless of who leaves, I think I'll be okay with it. I might be a little
Uh,
salty, but like you know what I'm saying. I might like you know what I mean. I'll be like, all right, cool. Like you know what I'm saying. We must got some better things in the works coming or something like that.
yeah, and I mean, another thing is, I heard the Victor Oladipo's asking price, like from Houston, is not really that high. Like you could get him for the low. I mean, do you
Now
want Victor
is that
Oladipo? I don't know. I don't really care for it, but does he make the team better?
but now is that's what I'm saying. Now is that a sign? Like you know what I'm saying? Because now
Because
so
the only
you
thing
have
is
to
that
think
they think that he wants to
right.
go to, like, all around the league is like the thing is he wants to go to Miami.
Right, but you have to think, you have to say, okay, if you guys are trying to move this guy for dirt cheap, isn't he supposed to be one of your best players?
Yeah, he is, but
Like, why are you
Houston, you
guys
got to
trying
think
to
about
move
the
him?
situation too. Houston's going to give up everybody they can to get something back. Um,
Right. Hold on, let me get my cord, yo. I gotta plug my laptop. Let me grab my cord real quick.
no, I know. Listen, I know what they
I can
said.
hear you
Had
though,
it,
bro. I'm just grabbing.
I know what they said. But what I'm saying is, if they if the Knicks can find a way to make a trade for Lonzo on for a first, because Chicago offered a second. If the Knicks can offer a first for Lonzo and try to bring in JJ for one of our other guys that don't play that much, whether it's Frank or Knox, why not do it? You know what I'm saying? That's for me. That's a if, and I think it comes down to if you believe and if you hear from his representatives that Lonzo would be down for an extension, which oh, you're talking about Oladipo. Yeah, listen, man, I don't really, I'm okay without him, to be honest, but I'm saying the ceiling, the buy low with the high ceiling is there for Oladipo. We know that he has the talent to be a stud. We've seen it, but just the injuries are the thing that really, scare people. I mean, he's been injured, I think, every single year in the league so far. And it's always been something major. It's never been, you know, a contusion. It's been torn PCL, MCL, ACL. Um, it's been the shoulder. It's been things that need to be surgically repaired. So
So
I don't
you,
know that that's
I
the kind
mean,
of.
again, so if he's, I don't see. This is what I mean. Like if he's had all of these injury problems, should we make a trade for him, knowing that he's injury
No,
prone, and give up like good
I'm just
assets
talking
for
about
the
guys who
guy?
are available, like at the position of need, really. I mean, I don't really want him though, but I would definitely take Lonzo, man. That's my number. Honestly, it's weird to say this. I don't think I would have said this a year ago or year
Mm-hmm.
and a half ago. I would have been like, "Oh, Lonzo, that's cool. I'll take him." But like right now,
Mm-hmm.
as constructed this team, Lonzo's like my number one trade target. Like that's the only guy that really I would be aggressive to go and make. I don't know how the chat feels. I don't know how other Knicks fans feel, but for me, Lonzo would be the guy that I would really covet.
Right. I don't
So
know what.
if the chat thinks I'm incorrect about that, let's hear it. But
They said. Well, at
I think
least.
there's a lot of fans who would say they agree that Lonzo would be the number one option. Like if they can make one trade for one player who's not a superstar player, a young guy, young talent, who would it be at a position of need? I think they would all say Lonzo right now. The way he's been playing.
Well, Hadouken can say he agrees. Matter of fact, if y'all down, yo, y'all in the chat listening, man, hit one if you agree, two if you don't, so we can see who agrees and who
All right,
doesn't. So that way, if you don't agree, we can
our
call you
future
out.
said facts. Knicks should make a move for ball. Haddock and Sharon says I agree. So I mean, that's two. I mean,
Okay, we got a one.
so and listen, Julian. No, I get you. I know he's a talent. I think he's a talent, but I think in Tip's system, it'll allow him. That system's all about finding the guy, the next guy, dishing. He can go to the paint. Lonzo can run the
Mm-hmm.
court. It's about finding the guy open on the wing, finding the guy open in the lane, making the right pass. Lonzo does all those things at a high level. So and he
I'll
defends.
jump down there with
He can steal he steals. He has great hands. So great vision. We need that. I mean,
you.
there's a lot of guys who agree.
Yeah, stop
Um,
videos. He's got a hesitant one.
yeah, I know he said he likes Lonzo, but he thinks his playmaking is overrated in the half court. Um, but that's where your other guy. That's where you have RJ. That's where you
Mm-hmm.
have guys like Julius who run that half court. But we're talking about being in a position where he could run the floor. at his position.
Yeah, no, I
And
like
find
listen, man.
I love that Alonso. He could bring something different. I'm not saying he's going to be the best thing that's ever happened to this organization from a trade, but what he could do for this team is add a different dimension that at this point we have not seen at all from
Listen,
this team.
I could see Lonzo working good with a guy like Ovi that needs to get downhill. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I could picture, Lonzo getting a rebound, Obi already sprinting down the court, and that man always looking up the court. I could already see him, like, you know what I'm saying? Getting that rebound, chucking it fast out, like, because Obi
Hmm.
done sprinted down court, like, you know what I mean?
And he
Because
crashes
I
the
just feel
boards.
like, yeah, I just feel like Obi is a guy that just needs to play downhill. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he does not need this the half court kind of like system that we run. I feels like he needs to play downhill. He needs to run. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he needs to be able to
And
fast break, to
that's what I'm
sprint,
saying. That
to
second
jump.
unit where you could
Like,
have Quickly, who's a shooter. You could have Lonzo with you could do honestly you could run a three guard set on that unit. You can Noel, Lonzo.
mm-hmm.
You can do Noel with Obi, Lonzo, Quickly, Rose.
Yeah.
You could do a three guard set. And then if you want to take Quickly out or you want to take Noel out and put Randall in, you could do it
Mm-hmm.
because they can still run the floor. And it gives what it will do for Obi is give him confidence.
Yeah. I'm just
Yeah,
reading
and I agree.
real quick.
Lonzo will make all our guys better. And listen, Lonzo's gonna. I'll be honest with you. There's no question. It's undoubted. Lonzo will be the starting point guard for this team.
Yeah,
There's
most likely.
there's no point guard on this team who's better suited for this team on the roster right now. If Lonzo came in and say they're the starter, no, because Rose
Yeah,
can't
no,
even
I
play more than
agree.
24 minutes a game. So Rose can come off the bench with Quickly, and they can do what they've been doing. We just need Rose to stay healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Alonzo, Alonzo's starting. That's just pretty simple. He just adds a different dimension to that starting unit that 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 they don't have right now. Pace, just you can run the ball, you can run the court, you can put a whole full court offense together with him. Something you can't do right now.
Yeah, they wilding down there. Stop video says Cam Reddish doing his best Frank impression.
He's hitting 26% from threes. Jesus.
Oh,
Yeah,
yo.
send him to New
But
Orleans. Go
wasn't I
ahead.
could have sworn there was talks that I could have sworn there was I heard a couple of people that had said that we should have drafted Cam. I don't know if
No,
any of you guys are in the chat, but
no.
I've
Somebody
heard it.
said something. Cam. I heard Cam. They said Cam was better than RJ, like a draft analyst.
Mm-hmm.
Has said, "Oh yeah, he's gonna have a better career than RJ." Yeah, how's that working out? Because I'll be honest with you, the last month and a half,
Mm-hmm.
like man, RJ's really been step. Man, he's been showing us, I'm
Right,
sure, as
right.
Knicks fans, he's taking the next step, and he's doing it mid-season. Mid-season, it's
Yeah.
not like an off-season. He's coming in and then you see the ascension. He's doing it in games that matter where he's stepping up, making the right play defensively, offensively, and he's got confidence right now, man. And I love what I see from RJ. Now, this is what I wanted to see. And he's only 20 years old. Only 20 years old.
So I would say this is so I would say this, bro. This is the RJ that we wanted to see last year. Like, you know what I'm
And I,
saying?
but I'm
Like,
okay.
although
I'm okay.
we liked his play. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I liked his play last year. Like, you know what I'm saying? Although, like, did he have a little bit of stuff going on or whatever? Yes. But the way he's playing right now is, I would say, so he took a step up when we first got him. What he's doing now is how they were talking about how he could be when he was a rookie. If like you get what I'm saying?
Hmm. I'm just saying if RJ does. Man, he's like Jimmy Butler, bro. He reminds me of a lefty Jimmy Butler. Like when Jimmy came into the league, just like slowly his offensive game started slowly growing, 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 growing. Now, man, RJ in year 4 and 2 years from now, I think he's gonna be an all-star and he's gonna be special, knocking down that consistent jump shot, getting a little quicker, getting a little quicker.
See, I don't know about
And
that. Like you
I think
can't,
he'll get a little quicker because the only reason why he's a little slower is because of the dribble. Sometimes he's a little his dribble.
bro.
If he gets that better, he'll be all right.
I don't really think I like his footwork. I would say his footwork might get better, but I don't think his speed is gonna get much better because like I feel like speed, and I could be wrong. Who knows? But I feel like speed is an ability. Like that's something that's in you. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't
Yeah,
think
but
there's a way that you can teach somebody to
I'm talking just about
um,
body movement. Maybe not
run
even running the
faster.
floor.
But do I
Not
think
running the floor. Quickness.
that's what I'm saying? Do I think his footwork would get better to where
Mm-hmm.
he might get more crafty?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but
And we're seeing it. I mean,
mm-hmm,
some of these, like what he did to Simmons today on the baseline, took him all the way to the wing. I mean, took him all the way to the corner, then brought him back, switched hands, brought him back, and went. He should have. It was a foul too. They didn't call the N1, but he had the layup, and those are things that last year he would have just turned around and tried to hit a shot, like shoot it, instead of coming back and trying to make that layup, or he would have tried to pass it across the court.
for
Now he's
sure.
just a little more aggressive. He knows where he's at on the court, and he's strong. He's using his
Mm-hmm.
body. He's strong. So if he continues, and I think he's gotten faster, quicker. Faster is about it's two different things. Quickness and speed. He's gotten quicker and craftier with his body, where to put himself in, where he's
Right.
comfortable, and he's he's getting in the air a little bit more aggressively, jumping up and getting rebounds, and he's a little bit more bouncier. If he continues to do that, he's 20 years old. He continues to do that, keeps getting stronger. I think he can be really special. And I think if you pair that with Randall, there's going to be some good stuff coming to this organization. If you can just add a couple more pieces, draft the right players for this team, for this system, and then go get yourself a star. Go get him a star, whether you draft a star or you trade for one or you sign one in free agency, not this year, maybe next year. That's where we're going to see the ascension of this Knicks team. We're going to get the playoffs this year, whether it's a play-in or whatever. You're going to get it.
Yeah, so yo, here's the thing, bro. Like I'm not even trying to be talking about play in. Okay. I want us to solidify a spot, like you know what I'm saying, and hold that spot down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Fight for that spot. Like, you know what I mean? Because I feel like if we wind up falling down to the bottom of the barrel, things can get ugly real quick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like real quick. Like, you know what I'm saying? And
Right. But what I'm
I
saying is, if with our schedule city, right? It looks like
mhm,
if we can't win some of the games we're not supposed to. We got to win some of the games we're not supposed to win on paper.
right, right.
But if we don't and we end up eighth spot or ninth spot, right? I feel like we're confident enough to beat any of the teams that are from 7, 8, and 10. If we're in the ninth
Hmm.
spot, we can beat any of those
Hmm.
three teams on any given night. Just be the team that's the most ready. If you do that, if you win that playing series, which is 3 games, I think if I think it's like you win if the bottom seed wins the first game, then the other seed gets another
Yeah,
chance, whatever.
I can't remember how it goes.
But
It's a little
if the
funky.
Knicks
Like,
do get themselves in that position, that's all they need. This young team needs that to see that they can do it and they're in that moment, that playoff moment. They're on national television. It's just them playing the only game playing. That for them would be big. And especially
yeah,
by then,
yeah,
hopefully the Garden's a little bit, you getting more fans. This team needs to be able to say, you know what? without them making a move, without getting a superstar, without signing anybody in free agency or via trade. We did this. Now we can build. It gives them confidence. It gives the coaching staff confidence. And now you implemented a system that you know has given you results
Mm-hmm.
from one season to the next. Then
This
from
is
the
why I
sky's the
say.
limit from there.
This is why I say. You know, players they might say they don't believe in moral victories, but this is why moral victories count. Like you know what I'm saying? Because you need something to boost your confidence. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you need something to be able to come out the next day and say, you know what, we can beat these guys. Like you know what I'm saying? And especially if you're in a playoff game, like you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be able to hang at least to come through to have the confidence and say, yo, you know what? Tomorrow, if we just fix this, fix that, yo, we can get them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
And with
you need
with
that.
this yeah, you need it. With this young team, this is the kind of team you don't want to play in the playoffs because they could beat you on any given night. And this is the team that on loose balls in the playoffs, and if it's a one game,
Mm-hmm.
they diving for balls.
To go, yeah.
They crashing the boards. They making their next pass. They're what I'm saying, they're celebrating with their guys off the bench. Everybody's gonna be emotionally involved. And if they get one of the higher seeds of the playing and they gotta play at the Garden, everybody's gonna feel that energy. And I'm telling you,
Oh
man,
man,
this team
man.
with RJ, if you at 20 years old to get your a 20-year-old in the playoffs, the rookie year for quickly get him in the playoffs, get some of these guys who got drafted and weren't expected to be in the playoffs, or some of these guys who
Mm-hmm.
were here last year who struggled and this team struggled and only won, I'm saying the pretty much the
Mm-hmm.
amount of games they've already won this year,
Mm-hmm.
to put them in that position to show them what a guy who believes in them, a coaching staff that believes in them, what they can do if they just put the work in, this team
And
will be a
just,
hard
oh,
out.
yo, 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 we would be, yo, man, listen, we would be legit, like, you know what I'm saying? Because oh, so I was now this was a thought that I had a while back, right? I said to myself, so we got a defensive coach like Tibbs, right? Or whatever. Now let's just say, and I don't know what his contract thing is like, so I'm not gonna get into that, but I'm just gonna ask, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just say we get a guy like a Patrick Beverly, right? With the defense that we play now, how do you think he would look on our team? A guy like that, as
Like
far as
trash.
like you know what I'm saying, as far as like
The reality
bolstering
is
the
that he
defense.
just does that and he doesn't bring really anything else to the game.
Right,
So if you bringing him in is like having just keeping the team the same pretty much. A guy who plays defense and then can't hit a shot.
right.
We need a guy who can play a
But
little defense and who can create offense. And the
right.
only guy right now that I would go and take a chance on is Lonzo Ball. And he's at a position of need.
But we could still do both. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, so like let's just say for instance, which it could be the same thing or whatever. Let's just say we got rid of, let's just say we, and I don't even want to say it, and this is gonna be my first time on the record saying it, but let's just say we got rid of my guy, the Alpha Wall Street, right?
Who?
And Alfred Payton, the Alpha Wall Street. That's what I call it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then we got rid of Burks, or not Burks, Rivers and
Knox.
Knox, right? And we got like a Ball, a Beverly, and a wing player, whoever that wing player might be. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we can do both. Like, you know what I mean? Because I feel like Beverly's defense is an upgrade, maybe from Peyton's. He's just not, I would say he's not as big. Like, you know what I mean? Beverly isn't as big, like, you know, but I know Tibbs like the big, strong, like, you know what I'm saying? Tall, physical guards and stuff like that or whatever. But as far as like on ball defense, I think Beverly's defense is a little bit better. But then again, I could be wrong. So like you never know. But I
No,
mean, I'm just saying.
Beverly's one of those guys that man, he just annoys the freak out of you. when you're playing
At
against him.
Julian Tran, yes, you already know that was painful for me to say because y'all already know I root for my guy to Alpha Wall Street all of the time. So, like, yeah. And this is the first time that I actually said that on record. So, like, you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
yeah,
but
if we
you
had to
at the
give
end of
him
the
up,
day, you're a Knicks fan,
yeah. If
and you
we had
want
to
them
give
to
him
be
up, we give
better.
him up. I
Exactly.
just
If
root
it's
for the
gonna
guy
make the
because he's
team
an
better,
underdog guy. And I came up with the cool name, the Alpha Wall Street. So,
well, he could be the Alpha Wall Street in New Orleans or wherever else
like,
we get rid of him to. He could be the wolf over there. I'm okay with listen. I have no when he's playing. I want him to do well. I don't ever root for him to do badly just because I'm not the biggest fan of Alfred Payton. But
right.
if you're on this team, I want you to do well. I want all these guys to score 20 a game if they could. If every player that played in the game could score 20 a game, I'll be happy. That means we're scoring 160 or something like that a game. But there's just some guys who don't do that, who can't do that. So, I mean, I would buy him out if he doesn't agree to a trade.
Mm.
I think Alfred Payton should be done with this team. I think he shouldn't play another game with this team. And it's not a knock on him. I just don't he doesn't fit what this team is gonna try to do. He's not gonna be here anyway. So why invest?
Uh, so the only thing
He's
I would
not
say
gonna be
to
here
that
next
is
year.
the only thing I would say to that is this: if right, so I can't remember the other point guards that were out there, like you know what I'm saying or whatever. But at the end of the day, I feel like if he wasn't gonna be here, why did we re-sign him back?
Because he was already in New York. He's already familiar with the team.
Yeah,
Remember,
but
the only
no,
thing, the only
that,
difference from this, he was already here last year, so there wasn't much difference for him to come into. Guys knew him. He knew the guys. It was somebody that with Tibbs play some. He does play some defense. The only thing is the options that were out there weren't going to be much better. So you say, you know what? If we're going to bring a guy in that's not as good as the guy we had last year and doesn't know the players or the teammates
so
and don't vibe with the players or the teammates the same way, why not bring the same guy back and let him run it back with these guys? They know him. They all vibe with him. Let's just do it.
so pretty
There's
much
no better option out there at that point.
so pretty much you feel like we just re-signed him because he was better than all of the other guards that we could have signed.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like there
I mean,
had
I'm
to
not
be
gonna.
something.
We're gonna get DJ Augustine.
I don't know. I can't even remember. I can't even
Yeah,
remember
DJ
right now
Augustine
who
was one
was.
of the DJ Augustine was one of the guys, and he just got traded a couple of days ago to Houston. So that sucks. Um, but he was in that PJ Tucker deal from Milwaukee to Houston. So I mean, he's probably gonna get. He's probably not gonna want to stay there. So he probably get bought out. Um,
Who?
but yeah, I mean, he's a veteran. Up's a veteran. He doesn't complain. He's not a bad dude. Listen. I'm not saying I hate him, but what I'm saying for what this team needs, he doesn't fit the mold. That's okay. He's had good games. He's put us in some positions to win games, and he's won some games for us with his play. But he's also put in some games to lose. So I mean, you can say that about everybody except for honestly, Julius is really and RJ are the only two guys that I can say, they put us in a position most nights to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
Julius had two games, I think. The game outside of the All-Star break, the first game out back from the All-Star break against Milwaukee, he struggled, which historically he does anyway.
Right.
His career, he always played bad after the All-Star break. The first game, he struggles. But besides that, he's probably had two games all year that he played poorly in. And still in those games probably still put up 17 and 10. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, true. No, you're
I
right.
can't I can't he's expendable. Alfred Payne's expendable.
I
And there's
mean,
not
just
he
about
can't do
everybody on the
anything for me.
team is, except for
Right. I think there's like four or five guys that you don't move.
right.
Rose because you just got him. Quickly, RJ, Randall. Everybody else,
Yeah,
take calls
yeah.
on.
Because I mean, mostly everybody else are journeymen, anyways. Like you know what I'm saying. So it's not like you know what I'm saying. Like you could always get. I would say you could always get a better starting fitting piece for a journeyman, just because, like you know what I'm saying. Sometimes some teams they need that journeyman. Like you know what I mean.
The experience.
Yeah, yeah, for
I
sure.
mean, and people don't think that it matters, but when that locker room, it matters. When guys are on the road, when
Yes.
guys, especially in COVID, they can't go out. They can't. They gotta stay in the locker room. They gotta stay in the hotel. I mean, they go to the gym together. Everything's together. So that experience from a guy who's a veteran, who's been around the league, who's been in the playoffs, it matters because it
Hmm.
helps guys. It helps these young guys grow. Guys like
Yeah.
Taj
No,
Gibson. That's why
I
bringing Taj
agree.
Gibson in back in, even though he don't play, it's important because Taj Gibson's the kind of guy who's been in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? He knows tip
Hmm.
system. He can relay that. He can be that coach, that player coach for these young guys, and they all know him. He was here last year,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. No. Let's. Yo. I like. Yo. I agree because like listen. Like so you need like we you need the guys like Taj and Reggie, like these older guys to I
Nerlens.
mean, cause look at our team, man. We basically got kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like most of these guys can't even go out and have a drink. Like, you know what I mean? So at the
Exactly.
end of the day, people want to talk about Kevin Knox being at home playing Fortnite. He's a kid. What do you expect? Like, you know what I'm saying? What do most freaking kids do? They stay home and play video games, except for he's just got a good talent. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we got to expect these things, but you need those older guys to be like, hey, listen, when I was in the league at your age, like, you know what I'm saying? People
Hmm.
told me this, they told me that, like, you know, you gotta pave the way, like, you know what I'm saying, for these young guys so they can see what it's like because at the end of the day, they hear stories. You know what I'm saying? They watch it on TV, but they have no idea what they really getting into. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, think about it when you was younger, like, you know what I'm saying? Or like, I would say, like, when you was younger and you want to go out there and play ball, right? And they're like, yo, we gonna get on the big court with like, you know what I'm saying? We're not playing on the biddy no more. We gonna get on the big court with the other guys. You know what I'm saying? And you were little and you get on the big court with the other guys, they start knocking you down and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Those guys, they know about it, they understand, but they like I get what you're saying. Like we need these guys to be able to give them that extra ounce of knowledge. Like you know what I'm saying? To where they can when we if we sign them for long term stuff and they get like we get other young players, they can be the guys now that's going to teach them what Nick culture is about or whatever. Since we start in this new regime and stuff like that.
There's no lies being told there.
Eric, you look
I was
mad
looking at
tired, bro.
who me? I'm just looking at the chat right now. I'm good.
Yeah,
Cause
that's what.
I got my other phone and I'm in the chat, so
Yeah,
I'm using
that
my
was good.
one phone to my work phone to be in the video, and I'm using my personal phone to be in the chat.
Yeah, I just see brother
Yo, City,
BKL
yo,
just joined
City
back.
is a yeah, man. Hey, City for real is a chatterbox. I ain't know that. I was just sitting here
Yeah, no,
listening.
you know what I'm saying? He was
I was just
texting
sitting
me
here
too. We were
rocking.
texting during the game. We were texting during the game, so we just gotta let him get the floor sometimes, and then that's it. Look at him. He out here talking. He got the hat on with the lights. Look at him. He all happy, even
Oh,
after
wait
a
till
loss.
I'll tell you
Nah, I'm
this. I'll tell
saying,
you this.
I'm saying, I kind of like it though.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
this. I'll tell you this. We win the next game, I'll wear the Nick joint. I got the Nick joint too.
Oh, that's tough. Nah, we win in the next game, probably by like 15. I guarantee
Nah,
I
it.
hope
nah,
so.
man.
It's a,
I think that
it's
I
a,
think all
it's a
nah,
Eric
man.
G guarantee.
Nah,
Eric G guarantee.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have my own segment on
I'm
this,
gonna tell
Freezy.
you something, man. I think All right, I'm just saying, man, that I feel like all these close wins and no help is demoralizing, bro. At some point, man, you know what I'm saying, we might start falling backwards because, you know what I'm saying, how much can Julius Randle do every night without help? You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean it's hard because I felt like tonight everybody did a little bit of something, did a little contributing. And it's nights like this where those are the games you really got to get a W when everybody's playing a, good ball. Burks give you 17, 18 points. RJ balled. I'm saying you got some good minutes from Noel. He had 11. You know what I'm saying, you had a couple good shots from quickly made a couple big baskets, some threes. I mean, Randall balled again. I mean, I don't know what more you need to do to win a game. And that's the problem where I do see Freeze, where it's like you're doing everything you can right, the best you can, and you still can't get the W against these teams.
That's
So
what I'm
But
saying.
see,
that's what I'm saying. I
I
agree
wouldn't
with you.
say, I wouldn't say that was the best that we could because again, like like I said earlier, I'm not gonna say we came out with the wrong energy, but we had no fluidity. Like what I'm saying? We had like there was no synergy with the team. Like what I'm saying? Those the until like what the end like towards the end of the
The
towards
second
the end of
second
the
quarter.
second quarter, we
Hmm.
finally started getting a flow, started getting a rhythm, and then you seen things started to change. But like that first to towards the end of the second quarter, there was no there like no, you couldn't tell me you could if if you had not watched the Knicks and I told you, no, listen, man, look at this game, yo, these guys got continuity going. Like these guys, like, they playing together, you would have been like, looks like a bunch of guys is just going one on one to me. Like,
Hmm.
you know what I'm
That's what
saying?
they were doing.
Or
And you
whatever.
know what
Like,
changed that? You know what changed that? There was a big time lapse where there was no quickly. He came in with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first half. In the second quarter, there was 3 minutes left, and he came down and he hit a couple big threes, and brought the Knicks back down by like six or something or seven.
right.
And they were down. At that point they were down like 13 or something, and he brought them back, and he hit two threes, and ever since then that game was a lot different because when quickly starts making his shot, the game changes for the team. He came in, he hit a couple shots, boom, now they respect the shot. Now everybody gets an easier basket. That's just how it will.
Yeah,
That's just
I
how
I just think quickly hit the yeah, yeah. I just think quickly hit the rookie wall though, because those cats that be coming out of college, they only play like 35, 40 games,
right.
and then their legs start getting all tired. You know what I'm saying? Well, he'll probably
And
get his
then
second win, probably about 50, 55 games. He'll get his second win, and then he'll be straight for the rest of the year.
right, I agree with you because right now, if you think about college ball players, what are they doing right now? It's the end of the year. It's the March Madness. This is right here where it's like the end for them. So
Yep.
he's right at that wall, and I agree with you, Freeze, that this is it, and then he'll give him a week or so. He'll get back into that rhythm again, where he like Unc said, get that second win,
So
and he'll
y'all
go on.
think he
He'll
lost
he's
his
gonna have a
legs?
couple games where he goes off and he helps us win a game or two.
So y'all think he lost his legs?
Yeah, I think so. For the meantime, not for good. Just
Right.
for the short term, man. He just, what I'm saying, he'll probably just need his body probably just need to recover. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, you remember how strange this year is. Like you like 9 months off, all you did was train. You know what I'm saying? March
Mm-hmm.
Madness got canceled. You know what I'm saying? And so you weren't really playing no meaningful ball. And then all of a sudden, you get the schedule and you playing like every day almost. So
Yeah, for sure. That's
yeah,
that's that's
yeah. So
exactly
I just
that's
think he
exactly
probably
that's exactly what happens, and all the
Yo,
travel.
yeah,
so Freeze, I'm gonna ask you. I'm
yeah.
gonna ask you. Devin Cruz said, "Would y'all be
I was
happy
just about
if
to
the
say it.
Knicks entered, or if the Knicks ended the season 36-36?"
Hell yeah, that's a fifth or fourth seed in the East.
I agree.
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
be happy.
that'd be okay.
compared to
If the
last
Knicks
season.
finish 36 and 36, they're the fifth or fourth seed in the East, and they're hosting a play. They're hosting the playoffs.
Yeah, compared to
I
last
mean,
season, yes, I am okay with
Yo,
being
yo,
36
what?
and
So
36.
what? So what happened to Hoodie Cab? He just dipped. He just left.
he said, I don't know. He said he wrote in the chat. I think I might head out early tonight. These guys look like they got it. Like they could do it. I had just came in the chat, so I don't know.
I'll tell you what he said.
Okay.
Because it made me
Okay.
feel good about myself. He said, "Hold it down, City." Like, you know what I'm saying? And I said, I got you." Like, you know what I'm saying? So, shout out to Hoodie Kev for telling me to hold it down. Shout out to Uncle Freezy. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to everybody in the chat and everybody that's watching, man. Let's get it. Get those likes up, man. Let's go. We gonna get this
For
W.
real. I mean, we
I'm
had
hyped.
only like four.
Let's
A few minutes
go.
ago, we had 44 watching. Now we got 54. So let's keep going. The 10 that just came into the chat, hit those like buttons, subscribe, man. It's all love. We're just
Yes.
trying to spread some Knicks love to the
Yes,
fam,
and
and
tell all the other people to come in the chat too. Y'all usually have this thing lit. Y'all usually have. Oh well, then again, it's Sunday too. I forgot because the other night this thing was lit, but that was what Friday. Was it Friday?
hmm
It was
yeah. But
either
listen,
Thursday or Friday. I can't remember.
Devin, a 36 and 36, my brother. You can't find a Knicks fan in the world who will be unhappy with that. Especially with
Yo, like yo, for real.
we have the hardest schedule in all of the NBA. I think is right now so far ranked 29th. But I think at season's end, based upon teams we've played and their records, we will be the hardest record. We play the hardest set schedule in all of basketball. So coming from a team who was the second worst team or first, worst team in basketball all last year. So I mean, to be honest, you got to take a W with that. That's 17 wins more or 13 wins more than what we had last year with pretty much the same kind of talent.
Right. Yo, so wait. So who do we play after? So we got Washington, right? We said what?
We got
Who was it again?
Washington, Milwaukee, Miami.
Milwaukee. Yeah,
Washington, Milwaukee, Miami,
yeah, because we was
Minnesota.
talking about going 3-2 on that. Like
Yeah,
at
so I
least
said we
I
take
want us to
one.
go 3-2.
We'll go 4-1. We'll go 4-1 if we take both of the Washington games. If we win both of the
You know what I
Washington,
would say too? I would say this: if we want to make the playoffs, having this back-to-back game with Washington is going to be a good like you know what I'm saying, like a good test for us. Like you know what I'm saying? Because obviously you already know in the playoffs you're gonna have to play the same team. Like you know what I mean? So
right?
this will be this could be a good stepping stone. Like you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna do this real quick because we're talking about that. I want to see something. I want to see something because give me one sec. All right, this is our schedule coming up. So I'm gonna just go win by. I'm gonna go win. I'm just gonna look it up, see what we got. Knicks Wizards win. Knicks Wizards again. I'm gonna say a win. Then
Hmm.
Bucks a loss. Keep tally city of how what I said. That's 2-1 right now.
So
The
yep.
Miami, Miami. I'll give it a dub.
Okay.
Um, then Minnesota a dub. The Mavericks, I'll give it a dub. Pistons a dub. Nets a loss. Celtics a loss. Grizzlies a win. Raptors a win. Lakers a loss.
Wait, so wait.
Pelicans
So
Pelicans
that's
a
eight,
win.
so that's eight
3.
and four so far, right?
3. But if the next Mavericks game, I'd say they will win that one. Then we got the Pelicans at home. That's a win. Hornets win. The Hawks. I'll give them the win. The Hawks is a loss for us. Raptors a loss. Suns a loss. Bulls a win. Rockets a win. Grizz a win. Nuggets a loss. Suns a loss. Clippers a loss. Lakers a win. We'll split. Spurs a win. Hornets a win. Celtics to end the year. I give it a win.
So that's pretty much we would pretty much be playing 500.
I say we'll be a little bit, maybe like 2 games over. I think we can finish 38 and
I mean,
34.
yeah, like so that's either one game below 500 or one game above.
38 and 34, that'd be tough.
Like like or that like yeah, but
Or 36 and 35, or 37 and 35.
I think out of all of those games, I think we could surprise a couple of them.
Right.
You
That's
know what
why
I'm
I
saying?
put
Because we've done it already. So I think if history repeats itself, I think we surprise a couple of those teams and like you know what I'm saying, get a couple of those games that those teams feel like they should win, but they don't. Just like how you got some fans that feel like we should win certain games and we don't, but our team is not built like that to say that we should win certain games. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, I, so I've been saying these last couple of days, I've been saying this season, right, is the season that anybody can get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because we've seen with it being the whole COVID thing and like, you know what I mean? Guys being out because of whatever reasons, people getting hurt. And a lot of the teams that you thought wasn't going to beat whatever specific team, when you go back and you look, you're like, oh, snap, such and such beat who? Oh, wow, yo, what? No way, yo. You like, yo, get out of here. Stop playing. Like, you
Listen,
know what I'm saying? So
that's exactly
this
how it
season,
is.
man, it's
I'm i
it's
I'm gonna be
crazy.
honest with you. Even last year's team had a 5 game winning streak,
What?
and we were terrible. Last year's team, we had a 5 game winning streak.
Wow.
Exactly. I don't even
I
think
don't
that. I think the Knicks, the
even
highest they had this year was 4. If the Knicks can do one streak of like 7 or 8 games,
No, we've only had 3 game winning streak.
no, I think we have
We've won
4.
4 straight at home, but we've only had
No, I
two,
know
three
that, but I
game
think
winning
you
streak.
sure we only had a 4 game winning streak? I mean,
Three.
a 3 game winning streak. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. I thought we had.
We had 2 3 game winning streaks with over Peyton starting, and then we had 1 3 game winning streak with Derrick Rose
All right, so only 3. That's
starting.
even
And
worse. The
then
last year's team had 5.
yeah, and then we
But
won 4 straight at home.
imagine if the Knicks can get like, if they're at 500, let's say, and they just rally off 7 or 8 wins in a row. Whew, that puts them in a position to, even if you lose a couple. I mean, every teams do it. They're gonna go on a run. The
Mm-hmm.
Knicks could be a team to win 6, 7 in a row. If they win 6 or 7 in a row and they're at 500, now you're talking. Now you're 7 games over 500, and you're ready. If you do that, you're ready. Now you're looking into May.
See, this is why I told Kev. He's like, "Yo, who you got? Who you got the house?" I said, "Yo, you know what? The last time I wore this, we went on that 3 game winning streak. So, like, you know what I'm saying? I
And like
said
I
we
said,
lost
listen, going
tonight.
into the
I'm gonna
playoffs,
put it on, and hopefully this jump starts us into the next winning streak.
and listen, and going into the playoffs, I'm not expecting the Knicks to win 2 rounds of playoffs against teams that just they're talented, more talented.
Right? But just to
Coaching
say that
matters.
we got there,
Yeah, but just to say, from where we were last year, was pretty much
yes.
the same team this year, added, a couple pieces. Um, but no game changers. We didn't add game changers to this team. We just added a couple pieces. Think about the growth within the locker room, how they feel making the guys who've been here from last
This is
year,
what I,
go to the
bro,
playoffs, and even if you win a series, let's say you win a series, or take the first series to 6 games or 7 games. I mean, you really
bro. This this is why I'm hyped now, because like this is what I said earlier. I said this is what I was saying earlier about, like, you know what I'm saying,
And even if you just win one
um
game,
when they were talking about that we overachieved this year or whatever, but this is why I said, to whose standards did we overachieve? Because I believe that these guys coming in, they felt like they should be where they're at right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the way I feel. Like, you know what I mean? But to say that they're overachieving is to say, to whose standards? Like, did we ask them what their standards were? Because we didn't ask the players, so we're holding them to Vegas standards, what Vegas said they were going to do. And now that Vegas said that they were only going to win however many
22.
games, now that we were approaching that, right? And now that we got to
We're
that,
one game away from that.
now it's now it's, oh well, yeah, like, you know, like we overachieved this shit, but to whose standards did we overachieve? You know? Now
Facts.
I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't gonna sit here and say that I thought we were gonna be in the position that we're in right now. I can tell you that. I ain't gonna lie about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I did not expect us to be where we're at right now.
Hmm.
And that had nothing to do with Vegas's numbers, because I knew nothing about Vegas's numbers until people started talking about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
For sure.
at the same time, now that we're at where we're at, I'm happy and I like it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because listen, we've been losing for so long. Like, you know what I'm saying? We've been losing for so long. Why
Right.
why why can Knicks fans not be happy that we
But
have a
last year we would
decent
have
team?
died to take just have games like this.
Not saying that, yeah, exactly. Not saying that we got the best team, but we have a decent team. A decent team.
Who plays hard every night? They play hard every night.
How can we not be happy about that? Why not embrace that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, okay. So you're just being happy with having a decent team.
Yo,
Did you see
imagine
my
they
team
did
the
that.
last 3, 4 years?
Imagine they pull that same Knicks team in the '90s that were the eighth seed and went to the finals.
Oh, bro, you already, man. Listen,
If this Knicks
I
team
told
did some
everybody.
wild, if
I
this
used
Knicks
to
team
have
did
the
some
orange
wild
and
ish
blue
like that,
joints.
man,
I don't know if it's on here. Let me see. I'll see. I used to have the orange and blue joints. I don't know if it's on here. Let me see. Yeah, see, I used to have the
yeah,
orange and
yeah,
blue
yeah, yeah,
dreads,
yeah.
right?
I already told
I
you in the
told
playoffs you got to bring it back.
I told everybody, if we make the playoffs, I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing
Yeah,
back
I
the
told you
orange
you
and
got to
blue.
bring it back. You say, you know what? I'll bring it back.
Yes,
That,
sir.
but listen,
I
man,
I will.
I hate to do this,
You out?
but it's time for me to hit the night
Gotta hit
right
the
now.
hay.
I gotta
Oh,
go. I gotta go brush my teeth and I gotta hit the bed
for
because
sure, for sure.
these kids about to wake up in like 3 hours for school, and I gotta be up with them making breakfast. So you know what
Yeah,
time
go
it is.
ahead, man. Do your thing. Salute to you, bro. We'll chop it
My
up.
brother said you already know him. My phone. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Anytime, bro. Likewise, you could we'll chat it up. Even if it's not game night, man, we could always just chat it, bro. For real.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure, for sure.
yo, to the
You already
chat.
know. Hmm.
Haddocken, Our Future, Devin, Shy Legacy, everybody, Chris Chang, Gregory Castillo, the fam. You guys all know who you are. Um, all love. I appreciate y'all. Y'all make this thing real for real. Kevin, Kev W, everybody, man. Uncle Freezy, appreciate you always having this platform open for me and open for the rest of the panelists and the chat. Y'all the best, man. This is my Knicks family. I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world, man. Real talk. So I appreciate y'all. Have a good night, and I'll holler at y'all tomorrow. You already know. All love.
Yeah. Yo, so well, we here. We here, fellas. Still here. You know, we still in the building. Eric G got to get up early to, Eric G got to get up early to take care of the kids, man. So, we got to respect that. Duke, I respect it. Thanks, bro. So yeah, now, man. Hey, listen, man. I'm here. I'm still up. I don't know if Freezy's still up, but I'm here, man. I'm chilling. I'll answer some stuff. I'll shout y'all out, read some stuff, whatever, while we chilling. Since it's Knicks at Night podcast and it's at night. Well, technically, morning, but Devin Cruz, um, I'm a stowaway on the ship. Devin Cruz, do I want the Knicks to trade for Lonzo? I'm not really a fan of the trade, man. Like I said, I'm really more about the off season, but it is what it is. Hadouken, it depends on who we play, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Although I'm not, I would say this, Hadouken, I think doesn't matter what team we play or whatever. I'm always feel like we can get out of the first round, like, you know what I'm saying? But if you're talking about us playing, who, our little brothers, then I think our little brothers just might have a step on us. Prince, is RJ that deal? RJ's good, man. He's coming into his own. What more can you say about the kid? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's holding it down. Like, you know what I mean? He's how do you say it? He is the cheese on the cheeseburger. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's making everything come together. He's the glue that's making everything stick. Yeah, no, Hadouken. That's what I'm saying. Man, I feel you, man. But at the same time, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like one of those things, like like when your little brother gets the better Christmas present than like what you did, and he's showing it off. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how I feel like the Nets are. Like, not saying that they are like, not saying that they are. Well, they are, but they're not, just because it's my team, man. And I don't never want to say, like, even if the team is better than my team, I don't never want to say that. No, I don't think Rose is going to break down. I think Rose is going to stand strong and come back because he's been out for so long. And he doesn't even play that many minutes. And I trade Obi for a first. If I had to keep Burks or Bullock, who am I keeping? Kev, you didn't ask me that, but you already know. I am keeping Reggie Bullock. Just because, and I'll just, but Kev didn't ask that, by the way. But Prince asked that. But no, I'm keeping Reggie just because I think his defense is better than Burks. And Alec Burks doesn't run around and chase guys running around screens and all of that stuff like Bullock does. And I believe Bullock gets more steals. I could be wrong. I don't know. I haven't looked into all of these stats.
Yeah,
Oh, man, keep them coming.
Eric G. Dip.
No, he's down in the comments.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna ask you if you want to wrap it up, man, because we're hitting about 3 hours, and I ain't gonna be able to hang out, man. And the thing, I got some. I basically I want to finish up some stuff before 4 o'clock. So.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Yo, thanks, Freeze, thanks for having me, man. Shout out to the chat.
Yeah,
Shout
shout out
out
to
to
the chat, man.
everybody watching, and shout out to everybody that's gonna watch
Yeah,
after this airs.
yeah, the replay. Make sure y'all comment in the replay. We view your comments and we try to respond to them. So we gonna wrap it up here. Yo, thanks to City, Eric G, Hoodie Cab, everybody for hanging out, man. We're gonna end it right here, man. We'll holler at y'all at the Knicks morning drive at 8:45. We'll holler at y'all. Peace.